Maybe I want them to be awake. Maybe I want them to wake the fuck up. Wake up, 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 wake up. Y'all be sleeping, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Y'all be sleeping, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Y'all be sleeping, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up.
Hello and welcome back to Beers with Buds. I'm your host Andrew Freedman, the cannabis sommelier. Today I'm joined by my man Lex Music, Lexington Ave, the man himself. Thanks so much for being here, Lex.
Yo, what up, man?
The King of Calgary, I forgot that one. That's the most important alias because you truly are the King of Calgary.
I like that. Appreciate it.
The culture curator.
Yeah.
Again, so thank you so much for being here. Why don't you just introduce yourself, give yourself your little bio.
Yo, Lex, Flame City. Yo, we up to something. I love being part of the city. I love that I get to, it's actually kind of a newer city, so you get to be at the forefront of a lot of stuff if you really want to go in a direction, which is dope. Like, that's hard to do. A lot of people, I don't know if you noticed this, a lot of people, because an idea is already done, they don't want to do it.
Totally.
They'll like talk themselves out. Oh, it's been done. It's like, well, do it better.
Straight up.
Like, what the fuck, you know? If it's a good idea and you think you can do it, just go do it. Do it better. Don't talk yourself out of it right away. So with the sneaker store here, obviously I got, you know, everybody compares me, Goodfoot. What else was around?
I don't even know. I buy one pair of sneakers every 3 years, so that's why I love that I'm talking to you.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm such a dirtball.
I wish. Oh, my God. I need a new one for every kit. I'm just like, it needs to match. It needs to complete the kit.
Oh, I started buying computer parts and freaking
I understand
cameras.
it. Like, everyone, yeah. Like, I know sneakers isn't for everyone.
But yeah,
it's
so
like,
people were comparing you to Goodfoot.
you know,
and stuff?
Goodfoot or Group 7.
Okay, yeah. Which went out of business, right?
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I fuck with Group 7. I actually bought, you know, stuff. I live down the street from it, which is dope. I actually looked at them for like advice and stuff early on, and they were nice. They, you know, chop it up. I didn't think they want me to succeed, obviously.
Fair enough.
Think about our first month in business. We took $80,000 from the street market in Calgary. The men's street market in Calgary, we pulled 80 G's in the first month we were open.
That's crazy. And I want to break it down a little bit because you basically brought flip culture to a store, right? Like you found the hype, what people are making a ton of money online doing.
And I was straight up, man. I was only in the sneakers. I wasn't in Supreme, babe. I'm not gonna lie.
That came later.
That was like, oh, I catch the play, right? Life's about catching the play. You see the play, catch that bitch. So I just seen it. People were asking for it. Just like Chinook putting me in Chinook. Think about that. People were asking from Chinook. They're like, yo, we need a spot where we can get this hype shit.
Crazy. You know? So that's how it ended up. Did Cadillac Fairview reach out to you to put a spot in? Or like,
yeah, they came in the 17th shop and was like, yo, we want you in Chinook. We would love to get you before Christmas. And it was like, man, I opened that store in 12 days. We only knew each other 12 days, me and those guys from Chinook. Shout out Cadillac Fairview. They hooked it up and I was able to. It's crazy when everyone comes together. Like, I feel like I don't ask people for a lot. Mm-hmm. So then when I do ask, people are like, yeah.
That's the way it's done, right? You give so much away for free, and then when you need to ask,
they know they're like, fuck, man, we got to get this done.
I got you. So that's crazy.
Shout out to Jan. Yo, Jan, this guy at both stores somehow, like, it's crazy. People have a weird view of Jan. And I had a weird view of Jan. Shout out to Jan still. Like, both stores, I wouldn't have done it without him. Like, straight up. Like, this guy was there for me. And I've been able to get him jobs out of it, which is cool. So
that's awesome. And it's crazy. It's just blowing my mind that Cadillac Fairview walked into you. Because the thing is,
it blew my fucking mind.
When did you start Lexington Ave? Like, when was the first, or Lex Ave? What was the original store called?
Lexington Ave.
Lexington Ave. That was the 11th Ave location?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was like, what, 4?
And it was called Lexington Ave Culture Spot. And it was like the culture spot. Like, it was a subculture. But, you know, we teamed up with King of the Dot early. We did battles in the store.
Well, now
Fat Joe was in 11th. Travis Scott was in 11th, who just played Super Bowl. Got my mom calling me like, "Oh my God, this guy was in your store."
He was in your store. Well, it's what I wanted to say is, like, you brought this subculture that people didn't really see as an opportunity, right? Like, they didn't think the sneakerheads were in Calgary. They didn't think people wanted Supreme here. They didn't.
But it's like YYC Soldiers had all these members.
Yeah.
I knew Albert. Shout out to YYC Soldiers. Because they made a sneaker culture.
That's crazy.
They gave us something to boost. But think about that. They had this platform, and someone put up that we had a fake Supreme box logo.
Okay.
And they had a platform for those people to drop that on, and they didn't take it down nothing. Even though it was like, we never sold it wasn't a fake item.
Yeah.
And we got judged by the city so hard because we're like, it gave them something. People who don't even know what they're talking about were able to say, oh, you're this. And it's like, yo, we had sold like 10,000 items already. You know what I mean? Like a crazy amount. Okay. And we get judged by the city, and like anybody who still hates on us for that, suck my fucking dick. Nah, you don't even get to suck my dick. I'll make sure that bitch ain't fucking hard even. You suck my soft fucking dick, bitch. Straight the fuck up. I hate that shit, man. People judge you on one thing compared to a lifetime of everything. You know what I mean? We always take these one moments that we can be like, yo, fuck you for this. And it's like, man, you could have a million great, beautiful moments.
Yeah.
And one thing happens and people are done. Like the whole world is waiting to hop off. You know what I mean?
I do.
From friends level, it's crazy.
People are takers. People are takers. They're not givers, right?
Yeah. They're just waiting. Like I'm really realizing. So I grew up, I didn't have family growing up. I had like my mom's single mom. But I'm realizing that the people around you, the people who've been there, the people who are there from the start, that's who you take care of. Everyone else has to earn the spot.
Yeah, that's fair. Totally.
And that's not how the world works it though. It's like people are out there trying to treat people they just met better, trying to impress them than the people around them.
Yeah. And people never see the opportunity.
You ever see like a dude go buy a chick a drink and it's a dude who's never bought you fucking a drink in your life?
I talked about this a few days ago. I was like, why don't like the homies never buy homies drinks, but they're real keen.
Fingers will.
Yeah.
Fingers buys everyone everything, man.
That's a G.
And he's just that dude, and everyone should fucking, I hope they put him in high regard no matter what, because he's not gonna use it against them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's the best thing is like you do nice shit for people, you never use it against them.
Because
you're just doing
nice
it out of the kindness of your heart. Man. I even grew up with a trouble where I would use it against them,
Yeah.
Till I learned. And, if you do that, learn that shit because it's wrong. You're just doing shit out of the kindness of your heart.
You got
not to control people.
You got some tracks with Fingers. What's the one called? Hold on. I might even have it written down. Did you do Out of My Mind with Fingers? And then there's one joint that he did with Newell a few years ago that I loved.
A million?
No, I'm trying to remember. It was
I probably showed. I was running around showing everybody this one track. It was like
oh man, it's on my SoundCloud. Scroll. It'll take me way too long to find it right now.
LA, to be honest. Forte. There's one called Flex.
Oh no, it was yeah, I don't know.
Oh, Dirty Harry on it too?
Yeah, I think so.
That's I can like imagine the lyrics.
Okay, here's where it goes. You go on a rant right now about absolutely anything you want to rant about, and I'm gonna.
You're gonna look
track.
it up.
Yeah, that's the deal.
Let's talk about this music thing.
Awesome. Yeah.
So this is like a little background story about that whole. So me and Fingers got this spot, and he put a studio in it. He was buying everything, and there was a moment, man. These guys are creating this music, and it was unbelievable. And all this shit was happening, and people were just getting fucked up, doing drugs. Like, we literally were like in a mansion. Everyone's making music. It was just fucking awesome. It was such a good time, and obviously the drugs turned a lot of people apart, and it didn't work out. But the music that came out of it was absolutely incredible. And I like have this. I say this all the time. I have this album in my car. I listen to all the fucking time. I throw it up on Instagram every time because I just feel like I'm shitting on everyone just for having the album. I'm like, yo, you guys don't even have this. I'm like living in 2030 right now. Listening to tracks you can't get. Nobody has them.
The Specialist, bro. This is the track. It's gotta be. Is it? No, this isn't the track. This isn't the track. This isn't the track. Oh, man, where is it? Man, it might
not. Was it called that Do My Thing? I do my thing, do my thing. Yeah.
Oh, was it that track? Anyways, I don't even know. I'm going on.
Fingers just comes on at the end and shits on everybody like normal.
And he's got like an R&B sweet flow.
Oh, you know, I do my thing.
Yeah, that's totally the track. That's a great track. Mm-hmm. So you got some awesome.
This is like a great drink. So I've been drinking 6 years, but you made me this mocktail that I love it. I'm drinking it like a drink. Those perfect sips. Yeah, it's delicious.
Thank you. I'm glad you like it.
I actually do like it. It's Flames.
It tastes like
Of course, Flame City.
Does it kind of feel like liquor?
I'm from Calgary. Of course, I'm going fucking flame. That's one of my one of my lyrics. It's my favorite one to drop live actually, because no matter what, if I go like I'm from Calgary and I wait on it a sec, of course I'm going fucking flame. Everyone's like ah. We need more of that. 26th over, man. That's
I was gonna ask you, what's up with that?
That was the point. It's like rep a part of the city, like. Man, everyone's like when I came up was new to Calgary.
Okay.
Everyone just moved here. You know, we moved here. Mm-hmm. I came from Montreal originally.
Okay.
So, but I was like 6 years old when I moved here.
Right.
So Calgary's my home. But everybody was new, man. Everyone talks shit about it. Like everyone's got like I probably leaned into this way too many times.
It doesn't matter.
Everyone talks shit about it, and there's like this rep to it, and da-da-da. And it's like, nah, man, I like this place. Like, it's like a brand new, it's totally clean. Every time I fly back here, I'm like, oh, thank God. Like,
it's so clean. There's
it doesn't
so much
smell
space.
like pee.
Dude, yeah.
Bro, straight up, everywhere smells like pee.
The big city is weird. Like, Calgary's a big city, but it's like a big, small city, right?
Sprawled, too, and sprawled as fuck.
1.3 million people, tons of living space.
The sprawl, I think we fucked up so much because no matter what, if you're trying to pop something off, the people on the outside aren't going to come.
Totally. Like
I live fucking far away.
I live a million miles away. Thanks for coming to do the podcast.
Yeah, at least I'm straight down McLeod. I really like that. It was one road to get here.
Right, literally one road, and then you turn almost as you leave Calgary.
Yeah, and I live on McLeod too. It's perfect.
That's awesome.
I like put in the address. I was like, oh, wicked. You don't even pay attention. I don't even know how I got here.
Straight down. So is 26 in Dover then like a concept? It's like a thought idea. It's like representing.
It's the bus route.
It's the bus route. It's the 26 Dover bus.
The 26 Dover bus.
That's awesome.
Me and Dill's both our first bus we were on.
Young Dills.
This Dills rolled through. He's like, bro, I got this idea for a brand, 26 Dover, and I can't lie. Like I fucking was like, mind blowing. I was like, yo, let me do this with you. I just started going off and creating, and it started selling, and then I don't know. I guess too, like Dills is Dills, and crazy street credit and stuff.
He's slaying it in the skateboard scene.
He's amazing, you know, and he's been even polite enough to let me roll with it and not, you know, and try to get some shit out there and shit.
Yeah. So you have 26 in Dover as like a clothing line or anything?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Dope. That's
We're actually putting a full 26 Dover bus stop in Chinook right now. Like,
really?
Pouring concrete sidewalk with the grass. My buddy made the bus stop. We got the pictures that on the wall, so it like feels like you're in the bus stop.
That's so awesome.
Because I feel like a store needs somewhere you take a picture. Dude,
that's how you do marketing, right? That's
Definitely.
how you create the brand,
everyone
create
knows
the hype.
that LEX.
Yeah, well, it's a cool concept for a store. I want to go back to it because you kind of started this idea years ago and people kind of laughed it off, and now like the culture is huge, and Cadillac Fairview is like the biggest mall producer in Canada, and they came into your store and was like,
like I dunked on Calgary. I wrapped it. You know, I wrapped this next level. That's what I'm on to next.
That's awesome.
You know what I mean? Yeah. I feel like I wrapped it. It's just like, I'm in Chinook. Like, that's exactly what I wanted.
Well, you put it out to the world, and the world returns.
So now it's Toronto. I'm just trying to make some moves right now. Like, I don't know if you know, the stadium goods sold for $250 million. Yeah,
okay. Damn.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, that's
to
awesome.
A really large company that just sees it. Sneakers are on Walmart. If you go on Walmart.com.
Yeah.
Walmart is my competition, you know? Go fuck yourselves.
Yeah.
Fuck Walmart.
Well, I guess I'm your competition because I don't buy shoes ever. Like I don't know. Like I have one pair of expensive shoes and I wear it like, well, dress shoes. I buy a lot of dress shoes that are expensive. Yeah. But like that's not. Do you have to like any? Is there like heady dress shoes? Is that a part of what you do? No, you're more like street culture, right?
Yeah. No. I own like 2 pairs of dress shoes.
because you would rock a limited edition pair of sneakers with a suit.
Yeah.
And
I've been wearing 700s. Like, that's been my shit. They're comfortable.
Tell me about 700s. What's up with them?
They're comfortable. They look dope. They're multicolored. Bro, he killed it.
This is the Yeezy, the new Yeezy?
This is a Yeezy 700.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just unbelievable. And it's just going to keep coming out in colorways. And it's like, that's my addiction.
Can you get Yeezys now easier than like how it used to be?
Easier.
Yeah, you can buy them from Adidas now.
For sure.
It's not like a crazy... you're not going to pay them. I got a great flip story for you. You'll probably appreciate this one. So my homie at the like peak of Adidas gets on the Adidas site or on the Yeezy site, and he gets a pair, but they ship him a pair of size 17s or something.
What?
Yeah, but check it out. Who wears size 17s? NBA players.
Definitely.
How many size 17s do they make? Barely any.
Yeah, like,
so
you can put it at a crazy price.
bidding war on eBay.
Amazing.
Ends up selling it to an NBA player for like thousands of dollars.
Amazing. I like this guy already.
Oh, dude.
That's amazing luck.
Right? He was choked. He opened the box. He's, man, these are huge. He's like, what? I can't even wear them. And then just realizing that opportunity and the hustle is awesome.
Yeah.
So if there's a brand to look out for this year, like one that you think is going to blow up, what would it be?
Well, you see it with like Rude right now. I tell him fucking 26 Dover. That brand.
That's it, 26 Dover.
Why'd I go Rude? Fuck you, Rude. 26 Dover.
Buy the gear.
Let's blow it up. We actually made these 2619 crew necks. They just say 2619.
Okay.
So that's like part of our new stuff.
That's wicked.
We got these the Canadian $2 bill?
Yeah.
We got that coming out with the 26 Dover.
Awesome.
Rollerland tee, which is a huge Calgary thing.
That's awesome.
We're just trying to make some shit for us.
I think we should probably give one away and get share the podcast.
We're
giving away a
problem.
t-shirt. Yeah, maybe we'll give 2 away. We'll see what the hype is.
Yeah.
I love it. Everybody
We got these dad hats that are the most fire, just with the black on black Rolex symbol.
That's it. That's it.
You know, some pieces work out better, or some people can just rock pieces better.
Totally.
We have it's just been fun, man.
How does an apparel brand blow up? Like, what's the ticket? Because like obviously, you can't just like slap a logo onto something.
Our goal is to make good clothes. First of all, like we've been working with I
guess you have the
manufacturers and shit in the city. Instead of now, I'm reaching out. I'm flying. I'm going to SneakerCon this weekend.
Cool.
But I have a meeting with the Soul Shop out there. So that's
Where's SneakerCon?
Vancouver.
Awesome.
Yeah, another third Canadian city so far.
That's fantastic.
So they recognize, they get it.
Yeah. Do you have any plans of moving the store to like other cities?
Toronto.
Like it's a franchisable thing, hey?
Toronto that's what I'm going for.
That's cool because there's a lot of culture and there's a lot of.
The thing is, I can start with a pop up, with like, if I go in the Toronto, what's the big mall in Toronto? Not Eaton Centre.
The Vaughan Mills.
The other one, Yorkdale.
Okay.
So I could probably get a pop up in Yorkdale.
Because you got plugged with Cadillac Fairview now.
Boom.
Booyakasha. Shout out to the boys at Cadillac Fairview. That's awesome.
Maybe, they're nice to me and shit. You want to hear a funny story about that? They take me to a hockey game. They're with the Homes by Avi guy. The guy.
Okay. We're sitting in a Homes by Avi.
Home?
Yeah, just built in August. They kind of fucked me, to be honest. Kind of a big fuck you to Homes by Avi from me. But anyways, keep telling me the story.
So they bring me and the guy from Homes by Avi. They put one person on each guy. You know what I mean? It's kind of the move. I talk to one. They figure out who. So they actually switch halfway through the game and everything. They want to chop it up. But I talked to the Avi guy because I went to Jack James. We used to do a Homes by Avi house as a project.
Okay.
If you were in building, not building maintenance, it's funny what happened with that class. I got kicked out of it. But so you build a house. I'll tell that story too. It's hilarious. So we build this house and then it gets transported and they put it on a foundation. But you get to do from start to finish. Obviously, a plumber comes in, an electrician comes in.
Yeah,
but you pretty much do everything else.
That's cool.
At school. So that's your class every day. It's like a 4-hour class.
Way more fun.
It was awesome. So I told him that. I'm like, yo, and that was like something to front on. Like, we didn't have money. So you're like, bro, we built a house in school. Like, you guys didn't do that. That was like actually a stunt to me when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Or a teenager. And then he's like, bro, we only do that for your school because my dad who is Avi, is like, no, the forest lawn kids need it, if anyone. So we'll keep it there. Anyone, no one else. So that's why it's there.
So that's a high school program?
Shout out Jack James. Yeah, high school program. You build an entire house.
Wow, that's legit.
I went to an alternative high.
Yeah, that's
as Louis C.K. says, where dreams are narrowed down. So you can be these 9 things.
Well, that's
so you can be a mechanic. It's like a little early entry to college. You can get a journeymanship.
Yeah, well, I did this thing in school called the Registered Apprenticeship Program, the RAP program, and I basically figured out this hustle where I got a full-time job this summer at grade 10, and then I went into grade 11, and I left school at 11:15.
Got to work, right?
Went to work every day till 6 o'clock, making bank, $15 an hour, and then I worked full-time through the summer of grade 11, and then I took the first half of grade 12 off to continue working full-time, and then I came back to school with 100% in my registered apprenticeship program. I only needed to take 2 classes, and I had enough credits that I could have graduated 2 people.
Were you making money for the work?
Yeah, see? $15 an hour. They wouldn't. I could have been paid 21, which was what the plumber rate would have been. I was a plumber, but they were like, yeah, if you're making $21 an hour working this much, like you're gonna drop out of school. And I totally would have.
Yeah. You're like, I made it. What are you talking about? I make more than you.
Yeah. Ha teacher ass. Yeah. No, that's cool. That's a cool thing. So was the hockey game good? The company was good? They schmoozed you hard?
Well, I feel like I schmoozed the Avi guy by telling him that story, and he's like, I'm gonna tell my dad this.
He liked it. Avi appreciated it. Because
now this guy is like, in a mall.
Yeah.
He was like, fuck, this is dope. This Lex guy.
Yeah, you gave him something to lean on. You gave him that. So have you always been like a hustler, entrepreneur, like young lemonade stands? Like when did the flip game start?
From when I remember, like 6 years old with like the walk around shovel walk so I could go to Rollerland.
Yeah.
Like, I had an older sister. So she already knew the flexes, and I just like went along, just shoveling as much as I could. I was small then, so I couldn't do like.
Yeah, you could only really get 3 or 4 done, but.
Like you're only trying to make $2 to get in, so it's not.
It's not that hard, as long as.
I continued shoveling walks. Like I was selling roses outside of liquor stores so I was 13 when I started. So I literally sit outside the liquor store, think of the areas we're working in. So much fucked up shit happened. Like
I bet.
Think how many drunk people you meet, and like you just see everything. Like,
yeah, because
So I was 13 years old till I was 16. I did this a bunch, like sold roses, sit outside, stampede till 2 a.m. Like I was grinding every.
But that was a good hustle.
I had a full-time job at 13. I was just like on it, and I still talk to, oddly enough, like the guy who I worked for. We're still friends.
Oh, you were dealing roses for somebody else?
Yeah. Like you just sit outside, you get 30 cents a rose, you sell them for $1, and you just sit outside liquor stores. During Stampede, we would go liquor store all day, then Stampede all night. Wow. But I would sell out so quick that I could always go chill with them. So we were like pals, So we had so many funny stories from Stampede, and I was a kid.
The rose kingpin. Yeah, tell me a funny rose story from Stampede. That's hilarious.
Oh, yeah, we ran into this guy, Dennis, who used to sell roses. Bro, the worst kids sold roses. Like, all my friends from that time were like, they would admit it. They're like, yeah, maybe we're the worst. Everybody's fucked up, man. They stole his van one time.
They were hustlers.
Yo, they would always mock his girl. Like, everybody's like, I'm telling you, it was fucked. Like, it's such a funny. So we run into one of them, and the guy gets in Pablo's face. His name, we call him Pablo. That's not his real name. And he fucking pushes this kid on the ground, and this guy just bounced right back up. Like, we don't know what the fuck happened. It was like boing, and then he's like, and they were like, fuck you or something. I'm a kid, right? And he's pushing down another kid, and they all want to fuck me up now. At the time, it felt like.
Good old Stampede.
Yeah, and we grew into life. Like, all those Rose kids I chilled with, now I won't even chill with them.
The Rose hustle.
That'd be a funny movie. The Rose Kids.
Yeah, that is a pretty good concept.
That boss made me cry multiple times. He just like was a fucking asshole. He just like.
That's crazy. How did you end up?
Yo, Lebanese dudes would come and like boot over my roses. Bro, I was in like at the liquor bar in Trans Canada Mall. That was me.
Jeez. How did you find that job, or how did that job find you?
This kid, my buddy Justin, had a friend Farron who was doing it, or his cousin Farron. So he told Justin, put him on, and then Justin tells us, I was like, yo, put me on. And he's like, this guy wouldn't do it. He's a really selfish guy. Yeah, and he wouldn't do it. And I'm like, after a while, I'm like, nah, man, like, give me the fucking number. And then I got the number from his cousin. So then we start doing it. This guy's all mad, think, oh, I got you that job. I think back to that, and it's so funny because you're just stupid when you're young.
Because it's a big blue ocean.
And he was a single. I had a sister for a while. My sister moved when I was like 12. So I understood sharing. This guy was the only child who got everything he wanted all the fucking time. So he just didn't understand sharing.
So what, he thought you could sell every rose on earth and that nobody else?
It's like he didn't want us making money because he's making money. Like, that's his mentality.
Yeah.
We beefed about this till, like, I was one of the groomsmen at his wedding.
And you brought it up at the wedding.
No, but we beef forever about, even as, you know, he had to get over it to get married, I'm sure. The selfishness.
That's hilarious.
How do you be married and be selfish?
Yeah, you can't. You have to, like, you have to learn to, that's so funny.
So we got in, so that's how I started. Like, these guys, they come and pick you up from your house. You sit in a van on a bucket, and it's like just a cramped ass van. Like, if this guy ever got in a crash, everyone's dead for sure.
This is illegal as hell, right?
Illegal as fuck.
Is he paying you cash too?
Cash, of course.
Yeah, this is awesome.
Yo, our boss got arrested for tax fraud. Bro, we all like are waiting to get ready and shit, and then the news comes on, and it was on the news.
That's basically what I was leading up to with my next question.
Yeah, crazy. So yeah, super illegal, and we all just, you know, did it because we wanted the money.
Sick movie.
But I'm telling you, I had like nice little stacks. It's funny, I kept my money on top of like my mom's buffet and like would loan it out to her friends and shit if they needed it. I was like such a good, I don't know why I was just like that. I never kept my money to myself. I was like, nah, we can all
eat.
From a young age, like as soon as I got it, I was like, yo,
it's just money.
Let's get it. Like, you guys need food? They're probably buying drugs and shit. Yo, can I borrow 60?
Right, you realize now, you're like, oh shit, man.
They were for sure buying drugs. The awkwardness when I used to play the awkwardness because I come downstairs as a kid and everyone's getting fucked up, and I just like walk in and I'll be like so shy, like, can I have $1? And everyone's just like, get them the fuck out of here.
Give them the money.
When I was way younger. But then I started making money. There's like one of my mom's friends actually passed away while he owed me money. So fucked up.
Oh man.
You're like, what the hell?
So you're still involved in the King of the Dot thing? I know you're still involved in like 10 at 10 or whatever.
I just support 10 at 10. That's my dude, Benny. You can't, he's the man. Like, I love Benny. I need a Benny conversation once a week, I feel like.
That's
just
good.
Call him, what up?
What's going on, man?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he could just talk and he understands the city. He gets hit with everything too. Imagine like you create something and then everyone hates on it and it's like, yo, you go create something. See what it's really like to create something.
Yeah.
Everyone can say, this is what I would do. And it's like, really? Because you've never done it.
Yeah, make it.
I hate the uneducated opinion thing. Like, how do you have an opinion if you've never done it?
When I first started making videos, I would get all these messages like, yo, you got to change your audio. You should change your background. You should do this. You should do that. And I'm like,
have you made one?
Well, yeah. I'm like, I know I should do all this stuff. I just don't, I don't have the money or I don't. Well,
yeah, it's a money thing too. Like, people throw out, man, I get really frustrated when people throw out ideas to me and I'm, so you really think I haven't thought of this?
Yeah.
It costs money, you idiot.
Yeah, you think like that.
You really, that's what you think of me?
Right? Like I'm not Daddy Warbucks.
I actually get offended. Yeah. It's like, look at, yo, you're tripping, man. But
yeah, do this better. It's like I don't have the thing to do it better yet. Like,
yeah,
just give me a bit.
I'm working on it. Shut the fuck up, man.
The podcast.
You know how busy I am?
Right? The podcast would have been going 6 months ago, but I needed money to get microphones and the boom stands and like just figure out how to prioritize my time. Time's money too.
Definitely, man.
Every time I get to sit down for a conversation, like, thank you so much for giving me your time to just to chat.
Yeah, no worries, man. Like,
it's huge. Let's have a dab.
You want to do one?
Yeah, should we? Well, let's both have one at the same time, then we can cheers on it.
Yo, I really want to smoke this one again.
Yeah, that's all you. What kind is it? It's the Form Cut Girl Scout cookie, right?
Yeah.
And it's a rosin.
Yeah.
Don't plug the company because it's still kind of illegal.
Yeah, no worries.
And then just turn it on and let it melt off. That dabber you can actually just place in there. Like, just put it into the bowl.
Oh, okay.
And it doesn't fall out, which is nice. Yeah, and then just perfect.
That's awesome. I'm excited.
Hopefully I have a second dabber here. Oh, yeah, I do. See, everything's always sticky. I'm just dealing with this sticky world.
I hate that in a boat.
Problems, man. The oil is like so much better to smoke, but it's just so... It's a
Fingers
hassle.
got me hooked on the woods. That was all him.
Well, I love the woods.
Yeah, me too. That's why it's not sticky and shit.
I wish we could smoke woods. So I'm building a room in the basement to podcast and like make music out of. And with that, yeah, that should be good to go now.
Yeah.
And with that room, we're building in like a smoking ventilation thing so we can both smoke, or so everybody can smoke and do their thing.
Cheers.
Cheers. Yeah, let's hit the bases. Boom. Yes, I love it. The tap on the table.
It's tasty.
Could you pick any like 2 or 3 flavors that it tastes like? I took a dab of something different, so I can't jump into this one.
Almost like it has almost a fruity kush taste to it.
Fair enough, because it is cookies.
Yeah, it tastes. It's unbelievable, actually. It's like that taste you want coating your mouth.
We'll try to look where. I know I'm the cannabis sommelier, and I forget the easiest. One of the most famous things, which is Girl Scout cookies. I gotta look up what the. We can't actually call it Girl Scout cookies. It's just GSC. OG Cushion Durban. That was right on the tip of my tongue. I knew that.
Okay.
And OG. This is one of the funny misconceptions I've heard. I don't know if this is the true story, but OG actually stands for Ocean Grown, not Original Gangster.
Oh wow.
And the original OG cut landed in Florida, and then got moved to California.
That's amazing. I never knew that.
Yeah, so everybody thinks it's a California cut, but apparently not. And it's ocean grown because it was that northern kind of Mendocino ocean influence.
Okay.
That brought it all in.
I love a good OG.
It's my favorite cut, honestly, and like it's so hard to find good OG.
Yeah.
Oh,
Super hard.
I also love Pre-98 Bubba. It's one of my favorite strains, but it's like so bastardized. Are there any new hype strains you like want to try? Or what's the dopest dope you've ever smoked?
Jägermeister.
The
That's
Jäger.
my shit.
It's got some crazy anise flavors to it. I love it.
Yeah, it just is that mine?
No, I should have turned off my computer.
No worries. Everyone thinks it's their phone.
I know, because
We all have the same ringtone now.
I used to have the Super Mario.
Did you?
Ding! Like,
Fuck, there was a time in life I had a phone that had... People were doing that like phone shit where you could buy a SIM card and you just buy everything on the SIM card and then chuck it, put your old one back in, save it to the phone.
Good hustle.
Hood shit. In the hood, man, there is hustles all the time. And it's funny when you live in it, you don't even think about it.
It's not hood until you get out of it.
Yeah, like that Rose hustle is fucking hood as hell. PSPs, Xboxes, whatever the fuck, mattresses, like you never knew what was gonna come up. You know, my mom would buy meat from the bar.
Yeah.
You just buy meat at the bar. Like, that's so fucked. You know, when you think about it, but normal as shit in the hood. Like, normal as shit. If you went up to someone in, like, in Britannia, said, hey, would you like to buy some meat half price? They're probably not gonna... They might phone the cops on you.
They might. Well, it depends. I got a wine tasting group. We meet in Britannia.
Yeah?
At the wine merchant.
Yeah. That's where I live. That's why I said Britannia.
Oh, that's
I just
legit.
imagine my spot, like, who's there. When you're in that Sunterry even, you're going for groceries, bro, they'll have, like, prime rib cut up, every kind of orange cut up, cake in the back.
Have you got a Sunterry number yet?
Of course, yeah.
Okay, I've been giving away... I just say an old phone number that I had, and it's going to some girl now.
So nice,
right? My old number was 403-708-A-man-2626, and so I just tell them that one every time, and I was like, and every time they just click it in, they're like, oh yes, Alex, and I was like, what? Oh, well, I don't know if Alex is a dude or a girl. I just assumed Alex was a girl, even though my dad's first name is Alex with an I, but he goes by Michael because he thought it was girly, so maybe that's why I assume Alex is.
Alex with an I.
Yeah.
Oh, crazy.
It's kind of weird.
My name's Alex.
Is your name Alex?
Yeah.
Oh shit. See, so I could be.
Maybe I'm getting hooked up.
See that's a trip. And I had another podcast guest. This is dude Alex. I don't know why I would assume this Alex under my Sonterra number was a girl. I guess it was just wishful thinking on my part.
Yeah, you're like, I'm hooking up a chick right now.
Yeah.
But
Alex.
no.
That's awesome.
Alexander.
That's awesome. That's a strong like knightly name.
Yeah, my full name together sounds really dope. They always say that at like hotels and shit.
Yeah, and you like
Be
it.
like, oh, you sound royalty. Of course, yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Bless. I never understood royalty, you know? That's
you're
why
the
it's
King of
funny to
Calgary.
King Calgary, but yeah. And then like every time people add me on Instagram or like tag me and shit, it's hilarious. It's the best shit ever.
You love it. You love being the king. That's good. If you're gonna be the king, if
Bro,
you're gonna be the anything, you gotta fucking represent.
Definitely. Yo, straight up, like I tattooed the city on my back when I was 23.
Yeah,
Like
legit.
that was how forward thinking.
You were committed.
It literally says my city with the whole fucking skyline.
You
when I
love
was
it.
23, I fucking rode for the city so hard. I have since. Bro, we never went online. I could sell all these sneakers for more money. I hope people know that. In American money.
Crazy.
We never
and
did
you don't,
that. We linked
should.
Calgary.
bro. That's crazy.
Yo, I literally did it for the city. I was like, we need this shit here. 4 years ago, that was my mentality. Like, it's crazy when the city turns and shit. You do become jaded. You want to, enough of you want to be like, fuck this city. You know what I mean? When you're like putting up with all the bullshit. But then you have parts that just embrace you so heavy that you're like, man, see, there is good shit here. Watching my own homies come up. You know, Brett, just the way he's coming up in the city. Like, all of a sudden, bro, he just took over. Like,
Who are the homies to watch?
Sam Walker.
Okay.
Brett Forte. Sam Walker is the dirtiest comedian. One of the dirtiest you'll ever see. So, if you're into that.
Yeah, I
If you're
think
not,
I'm gonna sit in the back and heckle them.
it's all words, right? It's all
kidding.
sounds out of our mouths.
Yeah, exactly. It's amazing that people trade me their attention and their time
Yeah.
to listen on the podcast. I'm always amazed by it.
Definitely.
Okay, so Sam Walker, Brett Forte.
Yeah.
It's a good
We're
All-American.
doing a thing with Crystal Bell. But I feel like everyone knows about Crystal Bell. If you don't know Chris,
I don't. Tell me about him.
Crystal Bell? Shit. Chris is the man. Chris is hilarious. He's just a personality. Like,
Is he a comedian too, though?
Yeah, comedian as well.
We got all these comedians in Calgary.
We have the craziest comedian scene.
What?
Like,
I
Brittany
need to come to some more
Lysing,
comedy shows, man.
Fuck, I could go on forever. I'll probably leave out too many people.
Man, well, I got to go to a comedy show with you, obviously.
Definitely. The one that I really like is the roast battle.
Yeah, I saw you at that. I was like, that looks
I
hilarious.
actually entered one and got fucking murdered.
I want to get in on a roast battle because I love making jokes in rhyme.
Oh, yo, then
That's what I'm good
yo,
at.
they're always looking for new people.
Oh man, that's a big moment. But anyway,
Bro, it was nerve-wracking up there.
I gotta diversify the cannabis sommelier brand. You know, like
Yeah.
I'm a rapper / actor / DJ / producer.
You should get up there. That'd be awesome.
I'm in it. I'm ready.
And so think about that, like, I've been performing with a mask on. So it's like, when I was up there just getting roasted, it was actually rough.
It was rough. You would feel it. You perform with a mask on, hey? It must
Yeah,
be hot as hell, dude.
No, I wear a Mankind mask.
Okay.
So he was obviously able to wrestle in it.
Yeah.
I can do a
You can do a
10-minute performance.
performance like a MC performance.
Yeah, I rap. I got a project June 8th. I did a bunch of projects since then. I did June 8th, and then I put out June 8th the trimmings.
Okay, well, in the words of you, wake up, y'all been sleeping.
Exactly.
So go hit up that shit.
Wake up. So imagine, it's funny you went into this, the roast battle. This guy reads it. He's like, let's read Lex's lyrics. And he's like, wake up, wake up. Wake up, wake up. Wake up, wake up. And he just goes on forever. And then he goes into, y'all been sleeping on my ass. And then he's like, what kind of Airbnb are you running? That was the joke. I was like, bro. Shout out to that Frida looking motherfucker. I don't know, it's Sam something.
That's a good burn, though.
Yeah, it got me. No worries.
Airbnb. That's good.
It was good. Wake up.
I fuck with Airbnb hard. I'm just gonna switch it completely.
Wake up. I actually have an Airbnb.
Oh, you have an Airbnb? Okay,
Think of this. My friends and family come to town. I can just not book it, and I have a spot for them. It's amazing.
Yeah, that's.
I love it. It's the best
awesome.
shit ever.
Is it? Well, we'll talk about it after, because I use well, I don't want to snitch, but I throw my pop-up events in different residential areas.
Okay.
That that's kind of the hustle.
Yeah.
Is if you can.
I'm right on 17th.
Oh, that's cool.
17th and 5th, like.
Oh, wicked! I lived on 17th and 14th
next
for
to
years.
National there.
Oh, that's a great spot. So Sarah. Oh, I know where you're
lofts,
talking about.
you know?
Beautiful. Yeah, I know the lofts. So Sarah used to live in the shitty building across the street when I first met her.
Okay.
The one that's owned by Boardwalk or whatever. It's got the.
Yeah.
She lived in the
got a pizza place and shit in it.
No, that's like kind of to the left. No, because you're right behind National, right?
No, I'm actually right on 17th, next to like Una.
Oh, and above
it's
it.
That building that's on an angle.
Oh yeah, I know the angled building.
Yeah,
that's cool, and it's got a patio there too, doesn't it?
Yeah,
that's awesome. I've always imagined what it looked like in that angled building.
It's super dope.
Cool Airbnb.
Every place is different, and then there's one place the entire room is glass in the middle. Like,
what?
It's so cool. Shout out Phil. Phil lived there. Phil's actually doing really well in photography from Calgary. Jocelyn Alice, you know who that is?
Nope.
Singer from Calgary, fucking.
That's why you're the King of Calgary. You're the culture curator.
Yeah,
man.
I love this. Yeah, I try to figure out, what's going on here. I really want to know what the fuck is up in the city. But yeah, Jocelyn Alice is like played on the radio. She moved to Toronto. That is the move, right? There's no industry here.
Yeah, it's an incubator here. If you can make it work here, then you can make it work anywhere in the world.
Yeah, it is Ruben Young just left, and he's got a track, Rachel Green, that just went, like, it's just a catchy fucking song.
Awesome.
And he's just a good person, too. That's the thing. Like,
it's another Calgarian?
A lot of artists will be around and stuff, and yeah, another Calgarian.
I want to look that
Rachel
one up.
Green.
Yeah.
Jocelyn Alice, like, has this song, and her flow is just fucking amazing. She actually did songs with Half Cut before she left.
What kind of Ruben Young, Rachel Green?
Yeah. You got that something about you.
The Celtic Knights ad. This is what it's pushing me. It knows that I like the River Stomp.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the just Jen Ann votes.
I should have hit the remix.
Right. The video is great. This is why I need TriCaster, because everybody should be able to see this video right now.
Yeah, that would be great.
Oh man.
Yeah, Ruben been fucking it up.
You guys gotta go check this out, because it's all Rachel Green from Friends. It's all Jen Ann videos,
Yeah.
and he's got his face like superimposed over top of Ross's, and he's like creeping into the room sometimes, and like McIntyre. That was hilarious. That was one of the funnier videos I've seen.
Perfect.
Solid.
Yo, shout out Ruben.
Ruben Young, I love it.
You'll hear about him. It's coming.
That's awesome.
That was like with Jocelyn when she left. It was like, yep, you'll hear about her. She was just good.
Fair enough. So you got any events coming up? You put on that concert series during Stampede.
Yeah,
last year.
Lex Fest.
Lex Fest was dope. People
Thanks,
were out
man.
there.
Appreciate it.
That's a cool idea. Like, I just think it's fucking cool that you represent and you did something that you wanted to do.
For sure. And that's inspired even by people like Ruben. Ruben did like 50 nights YYC or some shit. I forget the exact total, but he literally did an event every day for like 50 days.
Damn.
Or maybe it wasn't that long. Maybe I'm fucking delusional, but I know it was a bunch of days. And I went to a bunch of them. And, he did like, he literally did a party in front of the Calgary Tower. People just playing. It was a different group every day.
That's legit.
Oh, it's so dope. He deserves everything he's going to get in life, straight up.
I've always, one of my life goals is to busk. I've always wanted to go out on the street and be a busker.
Okay. Yeah.
Just like, I don't know.
I love busker festivals. I went to one in Halifax that was just amazing.
All buskers.
Yeah.
Cool. Great. What an interesting collection of people to like host the after party for.
Yeah, definitely. And it was we did fuck, it's crazy. My grandma actually passed away, but then we went to this busker festival like the next day.
Okay.
And it was on the pier, or like right in Halifax on the water.
Yeah.
All the guys, there's this cool guy that was just like a robot. Fuck, he was awesome. And then like this Elvis cowboy who just like could just move his body and just one arm. He was so dope. Full performances like that.
That's so cool.
But there's one guy who had a guitar and he just played fucking hit after hit. You know, 70s, 80s. This guy on the guitar was amazing. He didn't stop for hours. And to think that my mom, we just saw her mom get, you know, buried and is just having the best time of her life. It was like a perfect moment where...
Oh, that's beautiful, actually.
It was actually beautiful.
I'm imagining it, and it's like really...
And this guy just fucking hit after hit, you know, brown-eyed girl to like... Just imagine that era of music.
Yeah, that's
you know?
awesome.
Here's Lil Diddy.
Yeah, here's one
Jack
for
and Diane, and like... Yeah, it's amazing.
That's fantastic. What a great day.
Everybody's singing along because everyone knows the songs.
That's
this
awesome.
Guy didn't play one song nobody knew. It was like...
The Busker Festival. And you just stumbled on that, across that, or what?
Yeah, just we went there that day.
Perfect coincidence.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Well, I love that, like... I'll always hit people up and, you know, hit them with money if it's cool. Mm-hmm. You know, London, you see it a lot. Even from dancers to, like, people who can do flips and stuff. Mm-hmm. Everyone gets in a circle and... You know, you just watch. Everyone hits them off with a little bread at the end. It's good.
It's cool. I always try and give... I'll always give money to, like, somebody doing...
When they're trying?
On the street. Yo, you're hustling. You're out here hustling. I don't really love it when people ask me for money straight up. You know,
I used to wear this no soliciting t-shirt because I lived on 17th.
Yeah, I feel
like,
you there.
Fuck off, man. Leave me alone.
Living on 17th is definitely... Yeah, I lived on 17th for 2 years.
Yeah.
Like,
there's a couple dudes who never even ask and they need it the most. I hook them up.
Yeah.
Just go up. Yo, here, go buy something.
I got a crazy story, actually, because I don't want people to go to this business. But I was at Shawarma Nights one night. You know that spot on 17th and 14th?
Yeah.
Okay. And so I go in to get a late night donaire. And this dude's in there. And he puts out a handful of money. He's like, what can I get? I'm so hungry. And the guy's like, nothing. You got to leave. And I'm like, no way, bro. I was like, buy him whatever he wants. Like, I've got it. They're like, no, this guy's got to leave. And I'm like, no. There's no way you're kicking this hungry dude out when he just offered you money for food and you have a restaurant. Like, what? And so...
what if they know him, though?
I don't even care, man.
Because what if he, like, what he does is he does that and then he goes and does heroin in the washroom?
Yeah, well, that's probably why they yelled at him to eat outside, and they wouldn't give him the donaire unless he ate outside.
Something happened.
But, man, I know they don't give the key away. The dude was hungry. I chatted with him. You know what, though? I don't think that was the case, because I stood there while they made his donaire, and I was like, no, you treat this dude like a human and pay for his donaire. And then they're like, no, you got to eat outside. And I chatted with him for, like, another few minutes. He seemed pretty innocent and, like, just, like... He was like, man, that sucks. I was pretty excited to eat in the light for once. And I was like, oh, that's sad.
That is sad.
Anyways, fuck you, Shawarma Nights.
Yeah, I get that.
I didn't go back to Shawarma Nights. And I love that.
They got good fucking food, though.
Dude, the lamb hero is so good. Like, that lamb shawarma or whatever it is, that's the one.
They fuck it up, man. Yo, I love their shit.
They're the only ones with the lamb. But you know what? Alibaba, just, like, literally kitty corner to it, that's a better donaire. And that guy is...
I've been eating meat a lot more recently.
Okay.
I didn't really eat meat for 3 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Just plant-based?
Just fish.
Oh, just fish?
Yeah.
And veggies?
Yeah, whatever else.
That's the way to go, but just fish.
I don't know if it was the way to go completely, but...
No, a lot of bad stuff in fish.
I felt like I was eating steak, like, out of control. As soon as you start getting money, you're just like... I'll eat steak 3 times a day.
I feel you. I mean? Yeah.
Elvis was found with like 50 pounds of raw meat still in him when he died.
Jesus.
In his colon. So
Jesus.
I thought about that and I was like, I didn't mind eating like that either. It's actually really easy to eat the veg and shit. Everyone bitches at you though. The rest of the world is like, fuck you. Oh, we didn't make nothing for you. You know? Yeah. It's like, yo, I'm fine with the potatoes and the fucking veggies. It doesn't matter what I'm eating. Like, I'm still getting full.
Yeah, fair enough. Well,
when you go against society, fuck the society not like you.
Yeah,
like,
people get real upset.
They're uncomfortable. People hate that I don't drink. Like,
then they ask you why you're not drinking.
Yo, and then a lot of them, like 6 years later, they're like, they understand the whole. Oh wait, I addicts, you know, like they
like,
just drink because they need a drink.
Yeah,
just the same way. So
well,
they get it now.
I'm glad I can make you a mocktail that tastes like
it's
alcohol.
cool, yeah.
And it's infused too. I didn't tell you that off the bat, but I made an infused simple syrup. I should have told you that.
No worries.
You were out here smoking.
Yeah. As long as I don't get too fucked.
No. It's like a micro dose.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's so little. I'm like looking around. I'm like, I forgot my
delicious.
beer. For beers with buds. I forgot it downstairs.
You want me to tell a story or something?
Yeah, man. Go on a rant while I grab a beer.
Wait.
I'll ask you a question.
Let's drum up a story here. Something fucking hilarious. Here, I'll tell a story. Okay, I got one.
Okay, you got it. Hit it. You go.
June 8th. So the reason I named my project June 8th is because I fucked up. That's my birthday, but my birthday got fucked a bunch of years. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to make a project that I love called that June 8th. So it's different for me. So June 8th, another birthday. I got a homie working at the store. He calls me. He let people try on all the shoes. They all ran out the store with the sneakers. I'm like, fuck. Of course. 2 days later, I'm at Clive Burger on 17th. I'm inside there. These kids walk in with these sneakers on. I was like, what the fuck? See them. I know these are my sneakers. So they sit down right away. I go up. I'm like, take these motherfucking sneakers off. They're like, what? I got my hand on them. I'm like, take these fucking sneakers off, man. And he's like, the one guy takes them off right away. The one guy doesn't take them off. I flinched to punch him. He fucking kicks them off. I just grabbed the sneakers. These guys had to leave Clive Burger without their sneakers on.
Okay, I got to back it up because I ran away.
You missed the story. You're going to have to listen. We got one view already.
One viewer. Somebody stole the sneakers from the store and you found them?
I seen them in Clive Burger like 2 a.m.
Gotcha. Shouldn't have been wearing the sneakers, yo. You better sit on that for a bit. Dirty them up, son.
That's awesome.
People are... and your birthday is June 8th?
Yeah.
Was this on your birthday?
Yeah. Dude, I got fired on my birthday one year.
How many times you been fired?
17 times.
Yo, yeah, respect. See, the best hustlers, you get fired from jobs because you know bosses are stupid.
You can't, yeah. I'm hard to control. I can't even control myself. How the fuck someone else gonna control me?
Boss can't work for a boss.
Yeah, it's tough, man. I just like...
I'm stoked doing this on my own now. Finally, I don't have to wake up and listen to anybody.
Yo, there's times like I worked under people and I love them. You know what I mean?
You learn from them, but then at the end of the day, it's like...
I need to go be me.
Yeah, they're still gonna fire you because there's shit that I'm doing that people don't agree with.
Yo, and there's nothing wrong with sitting with other bosses. Mm-hmm. It's like, bro, I know a bunch of bosses, and it's like, I like that. It's like, that's who I'm trying to get inspiration from. Yeah. That's the person who I can push.
Do you have any mentors?
Yeah, definitely.
Who can you shout somebody out? Who's the man?
A couple. I say, yo, my boy Kang. That was a mentor, Kang and G, early. They're just like, I could go at them with anything, and they just view life differently than me. I'm such a dreamer. Like, I'm a fucking Gemini. I believe in that shit. Like, I know what I'm like. So they like really held me down, and like when I fucked up, they give me chances, and it was cool. It was like that guy, and then my buddy Ty, who's the exact same age as me, and it's like, I look at him like, geez, you know.
Yeah.
And he looks at me the same way, which is dope. It's like we actually inspire each other, I'm sure, because he's like, cool. He knows he couldn't come run my business, you know, and I couldn't go do his shit, you know.
What was the hardest part about starting the business at first? Like, was it funding? Was it like finding
6 years I fucking collected sneakers, like.
Oh, because this was your closet basically that you opened a store for.
No, like when I was like, yo, I'm just gonna buy sneakers. And for this, but like you gotta understand, I was buying sneakers, and then all of a sudden they're jumping in price. Like that was early. I was like right at that fucking.
You knew. You rated the tip.
Yeah, you just seen it happening. You're like, holy shit, this is possible. So all this stuff that I was already had is like going up in price. So you're just like, this is awesome. So then I started buying stuff out of the States. And then I met with Albert. He said he was down to go forward with me. So I was like, yeah, let's fucking do it.
Oh, so you have a partner at the store?
No, that was, he was just coming on as a manager. He runs YYC Soldiers.
Oh, right. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, he
had the culture knowledge.
Yeah, he was doing cleanings and paintings. And so it was just a good person to work with.
Yeah.
And I don't know how, like, yeah, he was just a good worker. It was perfect. So we're doing that. He had a clothing brand too, so I was able to put his clothes in the shop. Just it really worked out well.
So like you started buying sneakers for like 6 years, but when we were like, shit, I got a lot of sneakers, I need to open a store.
I was like, it was those final like 2 years. So I had a house in Copperfield. Okay. And I sold that house.
Oh, you tell me I'm so far away. That was like 5 minutes from here.
I'm an idiot. Yo, trust, I tell everyone, I'm like, oh, what the fuck? But I actually made really good money on that house because of the timing. Like, good. We spiked a little bit.
Congrats. Yeah, that's awesome.
And I know that's hard to do. So we bought it for like $299, and I sold it for $369.
Awesome.
So it was like sweet. I fucking imagine I took all that money. So I got an inheritance when I was 18, and I blew it on sneakers. 18 G's.
You didn't blow it at all. You collected data, bro.
No, I literally wore all those sneakers. Maybe I collect. That's a good idea. That's a good way to think of it. But so I was just into sneakers. I like sneakers.
Yeah, you're getting that data.
Then I sold my house, and imagine I spent all that money on sneakers. It was hilarious.
70 G's. Well, you built equity in it too, so you spent like 100 G's on those sneakers.
It was like, yeah, it was crazy. So I just was like, I had my whole buddy's basement, my whole condo, everything had sneakers in it. So then I was like, okay, I need to find a spot. But it's crazy. I didn't know what I was doing, right? Like, I never opened a business. Like, the faults... The fucked up shit that happened and shit was unbelievable. And people don't even think about that.
Tell me, what kind of stuff?
I make it look easy.
Like just finding the location.
Some people think it's easy. But it's not.
Yeah, tell me from start to finish.
Right away, I got an artist in there. I have a vision. The vision comes out.
You found the spot right away? You were like, done, this is the spot?
Yeah, 11th Ave.
Yeah.
I met with a realtor.
I think it's for lease again right now, that same spot.
No, it's called Spot Sexy.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Your new spot's way doper.
Yeah, 17th, man. Shout out. That's the guy I look up to, is my landlord there. I just fell on a landlord who's just like the man. And it's awesome. Like, I could ask this guy anything. And he has the answer. This guy, way more Calgary than me. He's like where I get my underground Calgary shit. He'll be like, you know what's happening in 2030? This guy, like, he's got the info. He's at the meetings. He's like, fuck, I got a meeting with Nancy right now. Fuck, he's that guy.
He's in it. Okay, so you get this artist in. Like, what kind of shit fucked up with the store? I really want to know.
Okay, so I don't know what I'm doing, right? Like, I don't understand how the license works. I don't understand any of that shit.
Right, you just rented the space now.
So now I rented the space, so I'm learning everything as it's coming in, processing it. Like, okay, this is what I do next. This is what I do next. So when I open the next one, super fucking easy. But this one was like dreadful.
Do you need lawyers and stuff?
So I'm like waiting for this license thing, and then my buddy who's building the desk and shit is way behind. Everyone's super behind. Like, I got 3 months build out time, and then it's like still 2 months that I had to pay rent.
Right.
An expensive ass rent.
Yeah.
Like, I spent all my money on sneakers. So now I'm like borrowing money.
How much was that rent in that spot?
Like $5,400.
Okay.
Yeah. So
for like 900 square feet, or how big was that spot?
I had a big back. It was 1,400.
Okay, so that's pretty real.
It was a good deal.
Yeah.
Every deal I got so far has been amazing. So, yeah, and it's just like, so I'm super behind. I lose all that money. The art's not what I wanted. Oh. Then this chick tries to charge me a crazy amount. I'm like, oh my God. And I just like over-ordered product. Like, trust everything. Like, if people remember our paper bags that we did these mixed bags for cheap, it was because that's a product dump. That's like,
yeah, fair enough.
Too much product, let's fucking dump it. So I got that shit right away, and I'm really good at marketing. So I'm like, oh, we need to dump it. This is the move. Yeah, we sell like fucking 80 bags in a day, you know?
Well, I love the mystery bag.
Yeah, it's great. So a lot of people love it.
Dude, great, like, honestly,
we do mystery boxes for even Christmas, and people buy them.
Man, you should have the mystery box all year round, and you should be like 20 a month mystery boxes, and one of those mystery boxes should have the hypest fucking
that's a great
limited item, and those will sell out you'll have a waiting list for the boxes. That's an idea I never thought of. Sick.
It's good to get those ones.
Yeah, I love that, because I don't know if you've seen the candles with the rings in them, but like every one has like a $30 ring in it, but one in 500 has like a $5,000 ring in it.
It's amazing.
Oh, dude.
What a good idea.
For your shit, that's so cool. The hype, people will be buying them from around the world.
Just to get the box.
Because that's the one thing.
As long as they're hyped from the start too,
right?
Then, yeah.
Because you said you're not online, but that could be the one thing that like.
So now we're working on online now.
Do you make content? Like, I know you make music, but like, do you have videos?
We did like stuff sneaker reviews back in the day.
I saw the sneaker reviews, actually. The sneaker reviews were good, and they were pretty consistent, and then they just disappeared.
Yeah. They cost a lot of money, man.
Bro, I can do them for you for, like, next to nothing. I pitch this all the time.
I just, like, after a while, like, the stores are going, and I'm in the background, and I'm the buyer.
Yeah.
But I'm not there.
It's not on you to be the content guy, but I think people would love
I feel like it is on me, because, like, I made that, motherfuckers were saying my catchphrases for, like, it was just happening. I was in Edmonton. You'd hear fucking someone yell, "Dayline," That's exactly what I'm saying. Like, everybody. So I know when I was on it all the time, like, people were down.
Yeah, man.
And you've seen DJ Khaled blow up like that. Mm-hmm. We went to like 5,000 followers like that. And we've done like, we built an 11th Ave account to 5,000. Then it got deleted.
Oh, shit.
And then we built another one to like 4,600. Then I sold it. And then we built this new one now to 5,000. And, we never buy shit. We never we ain't like that.
Yeah, that's a lot of followers. That's not, organic 5,000 is not an easy thing to do.
Yeah.
Over and over again.
I know. It's crazy. But the content, right?
It's taken me a year to get to 2,000. I think I'm going to get to 2,000 today, which is like a big day. I'm pretty excited about it.
Yo, I'm glad I'm part of this.
We're probably
I'll make sure I post it.
Yeah. Things have been cool. I've been able to diversify and like start writing and just partnered with this cool content. Actually, it'd be a cool thing for you to bring you into the loop with those guys just so you can. They're called Respect My Region. It's a hip-hop brand and media conglomerate, but they
I like that name. Respect My Region.
Yeah, because you're about it, and
sure.
So we can do a piece because I'm going to be writing for them now. I'm going to have a column with them, but they're hip hop focused, but they write about cannabis constantly.
Okay.
Because that's like their double niche. Yeah. So I'm going to be the Canadian guy with a column and doing content. So we're definitely going to do like a little feature, a little splash, because a lot of their following is that culture that you again curate in your store with the fashion.
Yep.
So I'm into that. Stoked. It's cool. I don't even know where I was going with that. What would you do? Okay, so you're going out for lunch. You're going out at 11 o'clock. And you're gonna be home for midnight. What's your day in Calgary? What's the dopest day you would do?
My favorite shit, like, let's say, it's all over the place. My days are so different every day, but what I've been liking is, like, I went to a video shoot for one of Frenzy's videos.
Okay.
So Director Frenzy, he's making big videos right now. Like, that's another name watch for. Like, maybe people don't know directors like that, but they know Director X. They know all these guys. He's good, and he's getting better, and he's got links to a lot of shit. So it's amazing. So I went to one. He did a full bank robbery.
That's cool.
And that's what I was doing in my day, was like smoking blunts, chilling at the shit, helping them out wherever they need me. I don't mind going to be a part of something, and just to be a part of it. Like, why not go help build?
Yeah, that's cool. Where they were shooting that at the bank, right? Like, or the Bank and Baron, or what is it called now? It's a bar now, right? But it was the old Bank nightclub.
I think it is the Bank and Baron. It's called.
Yeah, the Bank and Baron, and they got the bank downstairs. I actually, first time I went down there, I was like, this would be a dope place for a video shoot.
Yeah, and he pulled it.
That's awesome. That's for you.
Yo, wicked water.
Water, straight water. Sorry, I kind of hit it from you.
Appreciate it.
I think I might.
Like something like that's really dope for me. I've been doing a lot more.
Where would you go for lunch after the video shoot? Did you eat at the Bank and Baron? They got a pretty good wine list.
I did actually.
How was it?
It wasn't bad. It was really. I liked it.
Would you send people there?
I think they said I didn't pay my bill, and that pissed me off because I paid my bill.
Ooh, that would piss me off too.
Yeah, so Frenzy hit me up like, yo, they said you didn't pay your bill. I was like, but I did. I even broke a fucking 20 to tip this chick, an extra 20. Oh. Because it was like $17.30 or something.
Yeah, and
so I didn't want to just give a 20.
Why, that would have been totally appropriate.
I don't know.
I talked about this on an Instagram live this morning with my buddy Gastown Dave, and I said I don't really like tipping. Like, yo, how often do you get tipped?
I don't, but
that's what I mean.
I worked in but
I'm in the service industry.
I worked in kitchens, right? So if those people ain't getting tipped, we ain't getting tipped, and like the back of the house needs those tips.
Well, now that minimum wage is $15, it's interesting because the back of the house, you're only getting like $1 an hour. Like for some reason they like break it down and they're like, okay, the kitchen only gets X amount, but the front of house gets to bankroll everything. So if they just
they have to pump their lips.
I wish they would just. I wish they would.
They
pay
need
the
that
kitchen
$300 to get injections.
The kitchen guy should be paid $20 an hour, and that chick out front is doing a pretty like. Unless you're like a professional fine dining server, I don't know if I support like giving you a huge tip. And then especially if this chick can't even remember that you like broke money with her to pay her.
Yeah, she's sleeping for sure.
Yeah, come on.
Extra sleeping.
Okay, we're not sending anybody back to the bank in Barron. I don't sell liquor anymore, so I get to have these opinions now.
I like that spot though. It's amazing. It's actually beautiful. If you're going for like a football game and shit, no one was there. It wasn't even that busy.
Yeah, I would say
what a great place to go watch a football game.
Do you want to go watch a football game where nobody is though?
Yeah,
I would.
I want to be loud and cheer and be a fuck.
I want to be around people though that are loud and cheering and be a fuck with them.
Yeah, maybe a couple people, but that's what there was some people there.
Okay.
But
did you watch the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
How boring was that shit?
This is pretty bad.
Boo. I was like, come on.
And then halftime wasn't even what I expected. Like, halftime when I was young, like, I feel like it was the greatest moment ever.
When Destiny's Child came out a few years ago with Beyonce?
There was the one time when, like, it was, like, Nelly, fucking NSYNC, Aerosmith. Bro, that's like
legendary.
That to me is legendary. That's the best shit
That's the Super Bowl halftime show. Adam Levine with his shirt off singing backup with Big Boy.
I like to. I called it. I'm like, Big Boy's gonna come out, play it. I like the way you move. I'm like, Sleepy Brown's half that track. He better be with him. Sleepy Brown's out there.
That was awkward though. But Sleepy Brown and Adam Levine singing together was that was a cringe-worthy moment.
Yeah, I didn't need it.
No, I didn't need it either. It was I don't
know why I'm not like the biggest Adam Levine.
Well, when his shirt was off, fan. I was like not into that. I was
Brett was saying that it looked like he was wearing like a shitty like
tattoo shirt.
Yeah,
exactly. With his fucking lame California. I was like, this is really kind of gay. I remember watching Janet Jackson live, like the nipple slip, which was totally planned with that star and everything.
Yeah.
And then I was like,
"Can I have you naked but endless?"
And then I'm watching Adam Levine like gyrate shirtless, and I was like, "This is fucking awkward."
The world's changed.
It was cringe worthy.
Fuck you, 2019.
Yeah, well, you know,
the NFL was getting obviously a lot of flack over everything.
Well, their viewership is massively down.
Yeah, it's funny that it's like this guy took the knee for something. It's like the NFL. You know what I mean? It's a weird thing to me.
Right, the whole idea that one dude doesn't want to stand for the national anthem.
Like, what about all these other leagues? What about everything else in life? Why are we focused?
Have you seen how intense Americans are, though, about anything? Like, I watched the State of the Union address. Bro,
I heard Trump's amazing.
Dude, the guy is such a fucking moron.
He said that. My buddy was telling me that he said something and got a bunch of cheers and looked back at the camera like, yeah.
That's what he was doing. But you know what? Everything everybody cheers for. These people, he basically just says, yeah, America is beautiful. Okay. And then
I heard someone on CBC. I was driving, so I was listening to CBC and they're putting in
they all just stand up. Every time he says something, you basically say 7 words, and then everybody in the crowd stand, but they stand up. They do a standing ovation every time, and it's like, it's just brutal. But there's one part where he was talking about bipartisanship, and it's a meme now, and he's like, we all need to come to work together. And Nancy Pelosi, because the Democrats lead the House, she's sitting right behind him, and she's Patton Oswalt said it best, and he said Nancy Pelosi just invented the "fuck you" clap, and she's basically clapping in his face like this, and he looks back at her, and she's going like this. It's
amazing.
It's absolutely gold. I put it on my Instagram story. I'm going to show you right now.
I feel like I don't know enough. And I'm sure as fuck not trusting what the media is saying to know enough about this guy. You know what I mean? Like, obviously his Twitter is his Twitter.
I feel like I've done my research. He's a bad dude. This is her clapping at him.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Like, fuck you, motherfucker.
That's crazy.
Well, he says some fucked up shit about her. Like,
like if he doesn't like you, he's saying it. For sure. He is the most normal president that we've ever seen.
Yeah, that's why he got in, but now his approval rating's the lowest of any president ever.
Yeah, because do you want someone normal running it, or do you want Elon Musk running it? You know?
You want Elon. Well, I think what's cool about the idea is that it wakes everybody up to politics, and it makes normal people.
For sure. I always agreed that the country is a business, but you have to treat your employees amazing. So no matter what, the country's a business. Like, we're all in a fucking business. Like, you can't not make money, right?
Well, that's what taxes are.
It's impossible. You can't not make money. Like, you fall out of vagina on a fucking planet. You know, it's a really weird concept to me.
But figure out how to fucking hustle.
You have to make money or you're fucked. So him, I thought, he's not even the best businessman. You know?
He sued the city of New York so that he didn't have to pay taxes on all his real estate things.
It's like crazy. You know what I mean? But from a country standpoint, if you have to fuck over other countries, that's the business, right? And people, I like business when both sides win. I think that's good business. That's
Everybody
what you
eats
want.
business, yeah.
I love that. That's my goal in life. But for a country, I don't know, man. They're the mafia. The U.S. is the mob.
I think what's going to happen with the 2020 election is you're going to see the Dems come in, and you're going to see this very pivotal shift in American democracy where socialism is like rapidly adapted, and you may actually see the ideas of like universal healthcare, free healthcare, and free education.
And get rid of capitalism.
Well, capitalism's not going anywhere, but I love the idea of taxing billionaires.
Of course.
I don't know if you've seen these new things. Elizabeth Warren and Alicia Cortez have put these bills out. It's like, if you have more than X amount of dollars in your bank account, over $1 billion, we're going to tax you at this rate until you fall below the $200 million rate, because your country should be able to have all these things. Like, why does such a small population control all of the wealth? And if you make more than whatever $250 million a year, you're gonna like eat it in tax. Like, they're gonna take $200 million from you. But is that such a ridiculous concept that even as a millionaire, all the millionaires should almost kind of level out? Like, there's still an opportunity to work really hard. It's just, if you're making billions of bucks, everybody else is going to eat too. And we're not talking like everybody gets a fucking mansion, or like people are going to get a 3-car garage house. It's like as simple as, if we tax this 1%, these billionaires, like the 0.01%, then people can fucking get blood transfusions, or like not have to declare bankruptcy because they need dialysis.
Yeah, these billionaires could be healthcare.
Right. They could straight up, if they wanted to, and that's the fucked up thing, that nobody has created like free healthcare on their wealth, because it's totally doable.
Well, and we need the money transfer. The thing is, by outlawing some of these, like, think of every holiday. What is a holiday? It's a sugar industry push.
Yeah,
you know?
It's a marketing campaign.
It's just sugar. It's like literally the things causing us the worst issues.
What an interesting idea. Holidays are to push sugar
all the time. Well, think about it. Halloween, Valentine's Day, Easter, Christmas, fucking everyone, like, you know what I mean?
Even Canada Day and July the 4th are like barbecue and drink beer.
Yeah.
Sugar.
Yeah, everything's sugar, right? And that's like such a crazy big industry that we need. The thing is, when you take away something, everyone's worried, like, oh, all these jobs lost, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, nah, like, it's like water. You take away a little bit of water, it fills back in. People spend their money on different shit. Mm-hmm. These people may not have a lot of it right now, but it's just, it transfers. Like, if we could push away from the sugar industry, a lot of these big industries, they're the fucking huge billionaires, and they're just it's not an ethical business.
Coca-Cola is just so destructive. There's a book.
Yeah, why is that NBA? Yo, bro, I used to be I grew up on Coca-Cola. I grew up on, like, that's what you drank when you're thirsty.
I
didn't know any better. Yeah, because you're poor and you drink. There's 4 cases for $10.
Yeah, man, it's cheap. It's cheaper than buying bottled water sometimes.
Yeah. So I would just grew up on Coke. I drink. Oh, I'm so thirsty all the time. You know, drinking 12 a day. I lost teeth. Like, Coca-Cola owes me teeth for sure. Like, no matter, like, maybe I won't sue them, but I should.
Right? We're coming after you.
They owe me fucking teeth. And why the fuck are you sponsoring NBA? Why are you sponsoring all this shit, like, when you're a fucked up company?
And they go in bankrupt communities, and they're like a super collectible item, and it's totally okay to give a kid a Coca-Cola. Yet you can literally like clean pennies in the same stuff. When I quit smoking, I started drinking Coca-Cola for that hard hit. And
like when it hits the back of your throat. There's things I can't eat without Coca-Cola. Like, I'm not eating Chinese without Coca-Cola. It just doesn't happen.
That's fair.
Ever, you know? And that's fine. I'll drink it for that time, but it shouldn't be pushed on us so heavy. And, like, we shouldn't walk up to gas stations and there's chocolate everywhere. It's like, why the fuck is all that right there? I'm trying to pay for gas, man. Leave me alone.
Well, you go into a gas station.
2 for 149.
The pop cooler, right? Like, how much fucking sugary drinks. There's 4, 5, 6 lit up mega coolers, and then there's one with 4 different kinds of water in it.
Yeah.
And it's like
I'm a huge sparkling water. Like, that's all I drink is Pellegrinos, Perrier.
Oh, I should have busted you one of those.
Fucking,
I'm sorry.
No worries.
I got it sitting
I'm drinking
on the stairs.
some still. It's fine.
I usually ask sparkling or still. Fucked up. Yeah, I'm asleep at the wheel here. Cannabis sommelier. Who is this guy?
But yeah, the pop section's fucked. The whole man, it's really fucked up.
No, they're willing to give it to you. But it's crazy to think that, like, the mocktail I made for you, you know, at some place they charge you like $12 or $14 for one of these because I handcrafted the beverage in front of you.
Yeah, they're like, that's the fancy
so special.
one. Some national.
I don't know.
What you got?
I don't know. I'm looking at my. I made a list for the first time ever, and I feel like I shouldn't have made the list because
we didn't talk about any of it.
Well, no, we talked about most of it, but you know, most of it always comes up organically. Like,
for sure, you just start talking.
I like to just like get to. I'm like, the Beers with Buds is all about getting to know you as a person, and like I feel like I'm trying to find authentic, real people that just have like a story to tell. I feel like everybody that's coming on the show is a good entrepreneur, knows their hustle, and what I'm really realizing is that the people that are making it are authentic to themselves, and they know who they are. 1, self-awareness seems to be a fucking superpower. 2, they know their idea and they know what they want to do, and they just fucking do it.
Just go ahead.
Full send, no breaks.
The whole thing is a lot of people traveling the wrong triangle. This may not make sense, but if life's like a triangle, like our lives. So I try to be where I'm a conqueror. Problems come up, you deal with them, and you keep your goal in mind. Mm-hmm. You keep pushing forward. You don't let that shit break you, right? A lot of people live in, like, where there's a victim. Tons of people live in this way of life. There's a victim, someone who's always like, poor me, blah, blah, blah. Like, this is happening. Then there's a rescuer, where it's like, they're always trying to rescue the victim. And then there's a bully who's always telling the victim, like, you suck, what the fuck's wrong with you, da-da-da. But a lot of people live in this triangle where they're, you know, if you're a rescuer, like, let's say your friend hits you up, says, oh, man, today at work, fucking this happened and this happened. They're just trying to tell you a story, you know? They're not asking for you to rescue them. How many people will come back with that story, say, oh, well, you should do this and this, you know?
Yeah, almost everybody.
Yeah, almost everybody. That's
interesting.
Fucked up. We're just talking, man. We didn't ask you for help. If someone, and that's where I'll get offended, because someone will be like, oh, you should do this.
Bro, you just gave me some sick relationship advice right there, like.
Yeah, and so I went to counseling to learn this, right? The whole thing came from me trying to become self-aware, because I knew that's something you have to become self-aware. Like, sometimes you look back at your parents and you're like, wait, they raised me. I probably have every trait that these guys have.
Yeah, your parents fuck you up. It's all on them. It's like their fault if you're fucked up.
You know? And but then you need to be like, wait, okay, so they did this and this. So obviously I have these issues. You got to get to those underlying problems. Oddly enough, cocaine is what led me to my underlying problems.
Hey, that's okay.
It was like all of a sudden you get dark, right? And you start talking about weird shit on coke. So that's what happened. And I found out a lot of shit. So that triangle, like, yeah, so if they're responding like that, and then a lot of people will fall on the rescuer and be like, oh, okay. And then you start looking to the rescuer, and the person's rescuing you and rescuing. And the problem is when the rescuer get sick of rescuing, that's when they use it against you, and they'll become the bully. Oh, I've done this, I've done this, I've done this. But it's just like a weird, like the rescuer is no better than the victim. You know, they think they're the better one. They think they're, oh, well, I did all this for you. But it's like, nah, they didn't ask for that. They didn't fucking, if they ask you for help, it's different. And that's where it's like setting the boundaries. What you really need to do when people are saying, this happened to me, if you know the answer, ask them a question so they come up with the answer. That's the key. So like you would say something to me like, I don't know, what's a complaint?
Man, I work too much.
Okay, so a lot of people will be like, well, stop working so much. And it's like, when I could be like, well, for work, how is your time structured?
Yeah.
You know, you just ask a question. Like if...
And then I can find the answer and why I think I work too much. Or where
exactly.
I'm fucking up
if I know
time.
the answer. You know? And a lot of people will try to come up with advice when they don't even know the answer. And that comes back to that point where it's like, you don't fucking know. Shut up.
Yeah.
Dude, that you ain't got the answer sway is like, yeah, you don't. That's exactly why Ye went off. You ain't got the answer, Sway. You ain't got the answer, Sway. I've been doing this more than you. You ain't got the answer, Sway. It's because, Ye's out there doing it. And then Sway is saying, you should do this. And it's like, what? He got so offended.
Yeah, fuck you, Sway.
Yeah, you ain't got the answer, Sway.
Well, I think that's a sick example because Sway doesn't do much more than his radio show. Like, I know the stuff's aggregated onto YouTube, but it's not done well. He doesn't make the right micro content. He's never branched out and shown any of his own chops. Like, it's true. It's an interesting idea.
But exactly. So how the fuck are you gonna tell Kanye what to do? Who just went in debt? Like, I couldn't imagine the frustration he felt when he said that. Like, I've been in that moment. Yeah. But he must have been like, yo, I spent like $40 million in debt learning about this, and you're going to tell me what to do? Shut the fuck up, man. You ain't got the answers.
Yeah, I spent everything I had doing this.
And people thought Ye was crazy for that. They look at him like, oh, what the fuck? He's an asshole. How
you gotta lose. That? No, you gotta lose. If you want to win, you gotta be okay with losing. And you gotta be self-aware enough to understand.
Ye always taught me, too, like, to not... be scared to look foolish. Like, it doesn't matter.
Be your own person. Well, I think that resonates true with your shit. Like, the store itself, people didn't see that becoming the culture it is now. And I love Gary Vaynerchuk. I don't know if you ever listen to him.
Yeah.
Okay, but he says hip hop rules the world. And I think you saw it ahead of time, and you're like, yeah, it does.
It did. It ruled my world.
It rules everything around me too. You know, I got a 90 Infinity tattoo and a Wu-Tang tattoo. Like, I wear it on me every day. I love it.
Yeah, you get it.
But it's not that culture anymore because I'm not embedded in the new and the hip.
But that was a time in your life where it was like, those were your guys, you know?
Yeah.
Like, that's your...
And then I got to open for Souls of Mischief.
That's amazing.
After getting the tattoo.
Holy shit.
Hanging out with Opio, Festo, A+, smoking blunts.
You manifested that. That's like...
Honestly, anything you put out to the world will come back to you.
Yeah.
It will. Crazy. 100%. If you... People are just fucking lazy. I talk about it all the time. People are super lazy and don't want to put in the work. You talked about it earlier. You can shoot the shit. You can fucking say whatever you want to say. But unless you're willing to put in the time, the effort, the work, like...
You don't have the answers.
Yeah, you don't know, Sway.
Yeah.
You don't know, Sway.
I've been doing this more than you. When he said that part, I was like, yeah.
I get it. Bro. I'm trying to do 500 pieces of content this year.
Yeah, that's a wicked... Like, see, the fact you have a goal. So now as... You go through your year and shit happens, you just deal with it. Mm-hmm. Bro, in Jamaica, no problems, only situations. Like, what a beautiful saying.
No problems, only situations?
Dude. Like, no problems, only situations. As we're broke down on a fucking bus in the middle of this town, yo, they literally rigged up a fucking shoelace, and the chick had to be at the back of the bus, and she'd like, pull! And they'd pull the shoelace, and it'd switch gears. It was buck.
That's legit.
Buck. And that's what she told me. No problems, only situations. And we got through it, and we got back to our resort.
I get married in Jamaica this year.
Oh,
and I really want that to be wrote into my wedding.
Get it, man. Bro, over there is like...
No, I'm amazing. Saving it for my vows, to be honest. No problems. As they say in Jamaica, no problems, only situations.
I love it. Then the situation just comes out.
Mike walks in.
I should make that shirt no problems only and then put him at the bottom. That's a good idea. Done.
Holy
what a
shit.
great one.
That is a good one.
That's cool. You get married there. It's the spot. I love it. Obviously, you can burn.
We want to do a cannabis
They smoke
wedding.
good weed, man. If you work your way up the chart, say, nah, I just want better weed. Just bring me better stuff.
I know. Well, the world has changed now. It's interesting because I'm the cannabis sommelier.
Oh yeah.
And I'm doing business with people.
Yeah.
And so I'm meeting people, and they're like, "Where you get married, Jamaica?" Like, they're like inviting me down. They're like, "Do you want to go and meet the people before you get married?" I'm like, "Well, I don't have that much money." But they're like, "Don't worry, I'll take care of everything for you."
Oh,
and these are
wow.
like, big cannabis guys. So I can only assume that it's going to be,
That'd be great.
You don't want to disappoint the cannabis sommelier. I feel like I've said it all the time, but my dad said it best. He's like, if I didn't know any better, the cannabis sommelier is the best scam I've ever heard of.
Because people just give you...
Yeah, they're like, "Oh, what do you think of it?" And I'm like, "Please, I would love to tell you." And then you end up with just...
free shit. I brought shit today.
Yeah, man. I'm going to have a dab of it right now. I'm going to tell you.
You want to do... Let's try these diamonds.
Yeah, let's try the diamonds out. These look good.
I'm down.
They were a good price, and I think they look great, nice and chunky. And you know what's interesting? Like you were saying, the price of these, I don't know if I want to say it cost, but I guess at retail they're probably around 40. But before, a product that looked like this in this type of jar probably would have been
90?
sitting around 80, 70, 80, 90.
For sure.
And so now with extracts being illegal in Canada, the market is almost like plummeting because the cannabis price is plummeting.
Yeah.
So these people with all the equipment are able to ascertain more cannabis and better cannabis at a cheaper price. And that's just like, well, what's...
Drives down the price.
But, so I keep talking about this, and while I take a dab, maybe you can tell me your thoughts. I'm going to be the first person to sell $1,000 gram.
Okay.
Like, we got some stuff to talk about after the podcast, but I'm going to be the first person to sell $1,000 gram.
I think that's amazing. I don't know how the fuck that plant must have like grown out of Jennifer Lopez's ass or something.
You get it though. It has to be a special plant. It has to be
super
special.
Yeah, $1,000 gram. That's gotta be like, you wanna know who would buy it too? Is Snoop.
Yeah, but I don't think it's one individual nug. I think it's an essential oil. I have an example on my desk that I'm going to show you in 2 seconds that I think with a better packaging and better like explanation of what it is could be the $1,000 gram.
Amazing.
I'm going to take this dab first though. Well, I'll show you it while this heats up.
You can probably, if you hit the right region of the world too, different prices.
Yeah, I cleaned yours out.
$1,000 in Canada?
Yeah. Oh, I cleaned it. Don't worry, it's all good. Yeah, I took care of it. I'm gonna show you the $1,000 gram.
$1,000.
Okay, so this is.
Scared to touch it.
It's from. So we were talking about T-Core earlier, Tom Cruise. So this is the lemon cookies. This was grown in a legal grow, high cannabinoid wizard stick with the terpene sauce.
What the fuck?
So just imagine this though in like a much nicer packaging.
Yeah.
And then the wizard stick is. This is a rod of THCA that was mechanically separated. So imagine this in like maybe a gold sleeve or something.
My God.
Dab's going. Yeah, so imagine it in like a gold sleeve. And then this is the terpene fraction. This is the sauce. And you dip it into the sauce.
Okay.
And then this is its own dabber.
My God. So you just burn off enough of the THC with the dab.
Yeah, and then you pull it back. And maybe you're... it's in a straw right now, but maybe it's in a like a retractable thing. I don't know. You could create like a golden syringe.
Smoking $1,000 grams. Sound nice,
right? Smoking $1,000 grams on the gram. Yeah, you know it. I'm like, damn. Whew.
Just for me, not my man's.
Yeah, exactly. It's
y'all can get your fucking own. I smoked this shit all alone.
Straight to the dome, homo loma Macaulay cocaine. You don't need that coke. I ain't joking. No provoking when I get it high.
What I love about rappers is like that everybody has a different flow they go to.
Right.
Like I know my freestyling's always like that, you know, and you're like a faster.
It depends. It depends on the beat, how I'm feeling. I don't know. I love freestyle rapping so much.
That's fucking awesome.
I always want to do King of the Dot stuff.
Yeah.
But I was just like. I just never.
Yeah,
did
so
it.
we're talking King of the Dot. I don't work with. I kick a couple of ideas once in a while. I've been talking to Pat Stay actually a lot.
Oh, I love Pat Stay. He was my favorite in King of the Dot.
Yeah, he's super dope. Like
super ruthless,
super down to earth. Like we just, I don't know. We chop it up. I'm trying to do something. He wants to do a compliment battle.
Okay.
But I'm trying to get it for Stampede. I'd love to see it in the tent, like 7 p.m. kind of thing instead of like, you know what I mean? Not a full nighttime thing, but the tent's kind of packed on Stampede on a weekend.
Yeah.
Do a compliment battle, him versus DNA.
Pat Stay did a compliment battle. I'm thinking about, I can't even remember the battle, but it was so ruthless.
Bro, he's amazing.
Kick your retarded brother down the stairs.
Yeah, he don't give a fuck.
Oh, man, it was so good. Like, he made me want to be a mean freestyle rapper.
First time I met him, man, it was hilarious. He actually rolled up. He was wearing the fucking... the boots from Back to the Future, the shoes from Back to the Future,
the moon shoes,
but from the Nikes when he like,
legit.
But the ones from the costume, not the fucking actual
not the
ones
ones they released like a.
So I was like laughing, you know, and he had like the hat with the turny thing on top. He's hilarious. He made it in my music video for We Comin'.
You got some music videos? I've never seen the music videos.
Yeah, I got We Comin'. I got Wake Up coming out right away. That track, Wake Up.
Oh, really? Good.
Yeah,
That'll be
Sam
a good
Walker's
one.
actually in it, starring in it. And then I put out a video with Half Cut and Braden called Running in My Shoes. I don't know how I forgot that.
Bro, I got a track I really want to do a music video for. Oh, I'll set it up for you. Here, I'll do it all.
Okay, let's get it.
And I'll play you the cannabis sommelier freestyle while I
Perfect.
set it up for you.
I got another video we're just working on with Make One. He's a feature I did for him that I fucking like a lot. I've been listening to it a lot.
Where's my man, my library's getting so cluttered because all this stuff's ending up into iTunes. I'm like, I just want to hear me.
Do you have women listen to this podcast?
I'm sure the podcast actually gets a lot more listeners than I thought.
The track, She Ain't Like That. Yo, my SoundCloud, The King of Calgary. My YouTube, The King of Calgary.
Yeah, go check it out.
My Instagram, The King of Calgary.
Okay, we're sending them.
The Somalian freestyle.
This is the cannabis.
Somalia freestyle. Hey. Hey.
Sommelier.
Hey. Jeez.
And I blaze.
Hey.
Smoking on a backwood Russian cream, and I do it for my team because I'm always looking out for the cream. I got to hook you up with the Russian cream as soon as you came in.
You did.
So I'm not
Appreciate
lying.
it. Yo, this guy had the woods on deck packs. Do you sell them? I mean,
to the homies
to the homies.
when they need them.
They donate, you know, hooker style.
Donations.
What's your name?
The cannabis.
What?
Sommelier.
Hey.
There we go. Okay, we'll go for one more verse. And I'm always smoking on that good shit. Ooh, you don't know how I roll it, cause I roll it so tight. We
Was this the
smoking
diamonds?
gorilla
Sorry.
fingers of GG4 all night. This is the diamonds you brought. We don't sip lean. Oh, we'll let it play. We're gonna let it play. I'm sure everybody in the thing can't hear it. They can probably just hear like the little clicks in the back. No, the mics are pretty good. Cannabis sommelier, and every day I blaze. Don't even forget my name, cause it started as DFNGZ. That's my. You're sitting in front of my album. I released an album in 2014. I'm gonna turn it down now. Yeah, it's a heater. I'm gonna let it
In
play.
2014?
Yeah, I released an album in 2014. That was like trap music and house music.
Okay. Dope.
But now I really want to get back into like the whole music thing. I think it'd be an absolute blast. Just everything that I do in music or in with the cannabis sommelier is everything I learned from music and where I failed. Like there was a lot of opportunity. I talk about consistency a lot and authenticity. I wish I'd just been more consistent with my authentic music, and that would have made me.
Man.
Music's hard. Music's hard.
Yeah. Music, man, you never know who will like you. Like, there's artists that I think are trash that people like them.
Yeah.
It's just fair. Like, man, music's so all over. I could play a song for someone and get mad that they don't like it, because in my head I'm like, what the fuck? Like, can we even be friends? Like, how do you not like this song?
You don't like the track?
And it's just like, because songs are personal. And songs are, you know, I hate when they diss it. They'll be like, oh, and, you know, I don't like it. And
that chaps my ass. If I'm going to show you a track, listen to it.
Listen to it at least. That's the thing, too. They'll start talking. Yeah. It's so funny. We're just at, I have a podcast too called the King OfCalgary, and we're doing the intro music, and I give a song suggestion. It plays for like fucking 4 seconds. Right away, they're like, oh, well, we can't use it for copyright. And then this guy's talking, and I'm like, yo, everyone shut the fuck up, man.
I'm trying to hear the track.
Listen to the song, and then tell me. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Thanks. You know, you're trying to just like...
I'm not showing you the copyright infringement track.
I'm showing them a super underground track that no one's gonna fucking know.
That's
I wrote this TV show with I came up with the concept and then hired writers Sterling Scott and Brett. So we got this show Ghostwriters that we're working on, and now we've been making all these links. So shit's popping. It's fucking awesome. I've actually been doing outfits for Tory Lane's brother is Hollywood Sauce.
Okay.
And it's actually his older brother, like, but he, you know, that Lane's there, you know, they give him
that sentence makes no sense. You're doing outfits for them, like you're like curating the fashion that they wear in their show
in the music videos.
So you choose the outfits.
Well, I've been just bringing him pieces that I think are dope.
Okay, and then
they've just been using them in different spots.
That's cool.
Bro, but I've had stuff I've created that he wore in this one video, Mill in the Mail, and it's crazy. It's just like, I can't wait for this shit to drop.
That's super cool.
Yeah, and it's like a piece that I made, that I got made, my idea. You know, I'm working with NRT Fashions right now on real cool shit, and Reworked, which is another... I don't even want to tell people about these.
Yeah.
There's some stuff you want to keep secret. It feels bad. You want to promote the homies, but you want to keep them secret at the same time.
Stash it close.
It'd be like, yo, I'll make sure you get bread. Just chill.
What's the plan for 2019? Tell me how the empire takes over. How's the kingdom expand? King of Calgary.
We signed for a year at Chinook. The entire year of 2019.
Huge.
Putting the 26th Dover bus stop in there to really push 26th Dover. To start manufacturing our own clothes so we don't have to rely on like Gildan and shit. And man, I want this to be the bigger LEX Fest. Anyone want to come? LEX Fest is something we do for free on the lawn of LEX once every night, 10 o'clock at Stampede, during Stampede.
Awesome.
We're steps away from Stampede. So we want to bring out a real big special guest for that.
That'd be cool. Didn't you just brew a collab beer with Wild Rose?
I did.
What's up with that? Because you don't drink. Tell me about the brewery collab, because that's cool.
Yo, and I'm the first like person they did it. Like, they've done it with other breweries, and they do this thing where you can go in and actually brew a beer with them, and take it home and like do this party thing. But this was like the first like collab thing or whatever. It's cool. They just came in, man. The owner came in the shop, seen Chinook. Well, like, fuck, man, we'd love to work with you guys, da-da-da. Turns out when I go there, it's this guy, Josh. Since then, we've done so much work together, like, me and Wild Rose already.
What?
Because it's just, like, I know the guys, and, like, they were doing a podcast, actually. So I got on theirs, and then Josh got on this other one, and it's just crazy. We did the beer. We gave Josh an idea so now Wild Rose is doing this idea.
You like don't want to say it. I feel it. Your eyes, you got excited about it.
I know it's good. I know it's a moneymaker. I know I'll be in their graces for a little bit.
Yeah. Let's do an event with them. Let's do a cannabis and craft beer thing.
Event center right in the back. It's amazing. It's like for small...
In Wild Rose, which is in the
Curry Barracks?
Yeah, it's in the AF23 hangar. It's got my initials, Andrew Freedman,
dope.
23.
That's awesome.
That room's pretty cheap, too. And I used to sell wine in there. Because they only have one white wine.
Yeah. They, yeah, that room's
They're gonna move
I
soon.
can get the link on it too. Like, he doesn't.
Yeah, I can't do any cannabis events inside of a licensed space.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, but you could like do educational seminars. So like I started the networking group.
It's good to know that that's what you're looking for though, because I do have people and friends with
spaces.
With spaces.
Awesome. So I got a networking group every Friday.
You want to know one of my cool ideas is the Airbnb for pop-ups.
Dude. Yeah, I use this one called This Open Space right now.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have residential spaces on it. It just has commercial spaces. Some of them are flex residential and commercial, which is really dope. Like, that's like the ultimate opportunity.
Oh, but there is one with commercial spaces.
Yeah. It's called This Open Space.
That's sick.
And they're operating a few cities. It's pretty cool.
Are they in Calgary?
I don't think they're running in Calgary yet.
They need to do that. We have the most open space.
I was going to use them in Vancouver. Well, this is something that I'm looking for is like...
I want to be able to do pop-ups in Montreal.
Yeah, how do you find... I can find those spaces for you. How do we find pop-ups in Calgary? Like, how do we find the space in Calgary? Do you know the spaces?
Well, yeah, I know. My realtor is she works for a huge company, right?
Yeah, right. And you could just rent a place that's like for sale or for lease for a night.
Well, I think it should be like an Airbnb. You just look it up, and it's like whatever's available is available. You can book it for how many days you want.
Yeah,
you can do pop-ups anytime.
I bet if you build a platform in Calgary right now,
it would crush it.
You can sell it to one of these bigger guys that they're doing improving the concept in different spaces. It'd be pretty easy.
Yeah, I don't know any like people who build apps, but it could be a website just like Rentfaster.
Bro, Fiverr.com, go on there.
Yeah.
You'll get an app built for you for like $100.
See, we should have met a long time ago. I got ideas. You got lanes. We could get rich, man. I'm down for everyone to make money.
I'm ready to get rich with you, dude. All I need is somebody that believes in me just a little, and I got a million ideas.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Like, you're just obviously creative.
Yeah, just go in. Good partners are hard to find.
For sure.
But when you find the right people, it's super exciting.
Bro, I call them game changers, man. You meet these people that literally, like, both sides, you change their fucking games. Like, everyone's winning both sides.
Totally. Well, I think we can make a shitload of content together. I have a lot of ideas in that aspect. You
live in Walden, though.
That's okay, man. I used to
That's one downplay.
I used to drive downtown every single day to sell wine, right? So, it's not that hard to do other stuff.
Was it infused wine?
No. I sold fine Italian wines. Like, some of the bottles I sold were like $3,000 to $5,000.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I sold really baller stuff.
See, that's a really cool industry. Something you wouldn't expect. I always believed in like Kobe beef in Calgary. I wanted to start selling because it's not available here.
It's
like
hard. It's a hard hustle. Like, ask Modern Steak, but they did open a second spot where Catch used to be in the Hyatt downtown, and Catch was like...
Yeah, like, there's definitely a lane missing. Like, it was anyone who's eaten it wanted to eat it again.
Totally.
There's a little bit in Zen.8.
It's interesting to hear that. Have you seen that dude, Chef Darren McLean, the guy that's on the final table on Netflix? He owns Shikunin.
No.
It was at Zen.8. Was his first time he saw fine Japanese cuisine, and now that's in the back of the casino.
Yeah.
But the sushi is...
I fuck with Zen.8. Zen.8 forever. No problem. It's like they got a deal menu after 9?
After 9 or 10.
Everything's $2 or some shit.
Bro, the sashimi, the tuna they get on Friday and Saturday, like, it's fire. Fire cuts.
Yeah. So Paul Vickers is a huge fisher.
Yeah. Okay.
Same with Dave Werner.
Okay.
Those are the guys that are like...
Have you got to meet Paul Vickers and these guys?
Yeah, so Paul, I actually hired his son...
oh, nice.
Who worked at my store.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've been out to the house.
Because he had all the money to buy his kid all this sweet culture stuff, so he learned all about it.
But then they were going to New York and shit and buying everything and selling it to me, so they became...
amazing.
Bro, nothing's harder than his young one rolling up to the back of my house. Their nanny's like a hot Cowboys chick. This kid's 13, rolling up as I give him like $5,000,
That's
this kid just rolls in. Thanks, Lex. Pulls off. This chick drives him around.
He's on the flip.
Bro, amazing.
Young entrepreneur.
Yeah, I actually hired the older son, but the youngest is, he's going to dunk on life.
He knows what's up. He sees the opportunity. He's taking it.
Yeah.
You never.
And he already, you know, and hopefully they already fuck with me. Like, I try not to bother them. I don't try to, like, you know. I wanted to be a part of even Cowboys. Like, I was like, yo, I can help with ideas because there's a part you're missing.
There's a pivot. Money. There's a pivot that needs to happen there, right?
And I felt like I could have helped. And he was, Paul's hitting me straight up. Like, yo, should we book this guy? Should we book this guy?
Huge, yeah.
I'm like, I don't know if it'll sell. And I was trying to be nice, too, and say, I think it would sell. Like, he hit me with G-Eazy.
Mm-hmm.
Which
like, sells.
I'm like, I don't want to see it, but I think it would sell.
Yeah, for sure.
And it sold, but then he never made it over the border.
Oh, Butterfingers.
Which was super unfortunate. You never want to see that happen. This is our festival. Like, people got to understand. Like, people who hate Stampede, it's like, nah, fuck this. This is our shit. This is our time. Like, have fun.
World's greatest outdoor show on earth.
Yeah. You know,
I worked at Stampede for like 7 years. That's what they say with, welcome to the greatest outdoor show on earth. That's what you hear when you walk in. It's amazing.
You like Stampede then? Or
I fucking love Stampede.
I'm a
born and raised Calgarian.
Oh, yeah.
I've been here my whole life. I've gone to Stampede every single year of my life.
I turned on it too, man. I can't lie. There's years where I was like, oh, fuck, all these tourists are here. You can't do shit. But now I'm like in it. Like, my condo is on 17th. My store is steps from the Stampede.
Do you make your Airbnb more expensive?
Bro, where I used to sell roses is right across from. I would be at the bottom of the swirly thing at Victoria Park. That's where I sold roses. Trying to deal with a guy playing with the fucking
the black guy.
Yeah,
dude, he crushed.
Everyone's giving this guy money instead of taking my roses for the $1.
Hell yeah, I've given that guy probably $150.
He does crush it. He plays all like all the fucking TV show shit.
Yeah, he's always there too. No matter how cold it is, he's like out at every Stamps game, every Flames game. Like,
but the thing is, they make the dollar rose $2 for Stampede.
Mm-hmm.
So they're a little harder to sell.
Do you make your Airbnb more expensive?
Definitely.
Yeah, you need to double the price for sure.
Yo, where's Airbnb in Calgary is so competitive. Like, there's a lot of places for cheap. We have to put ours is sitting at like $130 a night.
Really?
Imagine that.
I gotta show you. How many does it sleep?
Just one. It's like a couple. It's a king size bed with like, it's a loft. So it's a weird built room. It's like trapdoor kind of stuff.
That's cool. The last one I rented was
super
like
dope.
$360 in Kensington, and it was huge.
Yeah, you get some crazy for that price.
Slept 11.
Yeah, exactly.
It was really nice. We had
We just had one for a party in Remy's.
Okay.
Remy had a birthday party, and it was like,
in an Airbnb.
In an Airbnb. It was rad.
I love that people just rent Airbnbs to have parties in.
Yeah.
Because
he knew though, like this place says you can have a party.
Oh, really? I didn't know there was places that say parties allowed.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's dope.
Yeah, people who just understand like you can have professional parties.
Yeah, I need to find a place that can seat 20 to have professional parties.
Seat 20.
You know, maybe the living room has to be moved a little.
What about renting out a space in like these high rises that have crazy amounts of space?
Yeah, it'd be awesome. Oh yeah, but then it's a commercial space. It's not a residential.
It has to be residential?
Yeah, this is like the loophole.
Okay, yeah.
But if I got like a penthouse, or like, you know, any like commercial.
Bro, I always
space.
thought the pop-up stores like because is that the idea? Is like a pop-up store?
Pop-up events, pop-up dining events.
It's like almost if you let people book and they provide the spot. You know?
Well, that's the dream, is that I get booked
like
on the website
or like
avestagatherings.com. You book me for an event, and I bring one of my favorite world-class chefs with me, or I come and teach you a cannabis and wine event, and you pay me one lump sum, and then you invite all your friends for free, as opposed to me like in it selling tickets.
Yeah, exactly. That's the way to go.
That's the dream.
Yeah.
And hopefully I can put together like a package. Because I just got turned on to the idea that I need like a
bachelor
package.
parties or like bachelorette parties. You know, there's those chick potheads too. Like,
yeah, there's lots of opportunity everywhere to like be hired and come into somebody else's space.
And you're also like one of my tracks is called A Bunch of Things. That is a hard fucking track. I just go off. But like the fucking hook is like, I'm a bunch of things. Don't limit me. I'm a bunch of things. Don't limit me. Because obviously you too, like, you're a bunch of things, right?
Yeah.
Like, people try to say I'm this. I'm like, nah, like, how can you even put them next to each other? Like, I might do something else more than I even do that thing, and you're going to think I'm that. Like, totally. I hate that. Don't fucking limit me.
Totally. I could put a million things beside my name now.
Yeah.
Cannabis and wine expert, videographer, DJ,
exactly.
producer, and whatever, blah, blah, blah,
podcast
blah.
host.
Yeah. Published writer, because I've been getting
yeah, like, I'm
now.
a buyer. Like, people wouldn't think that, but think about it. I've been buying for my stores this entire time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, how much merchandise have you purchased at this point?
Yeah.
Millions of dollars, probably.
Yeah, and like a crazy amount.
My
like,
dude came
I went
on,
through education.
He's like, I fucking have bought and sold over $150 million of produce, and I was like, damn, that's
amazing,
crazy. He's like, I know the shit out of fruits and vegetables. I'm like, yeah, you do.
Yeah, for sure. And like, there's a bunch of lanes like that. Because it's all different lanes too. When you
whatever you're doing.
I sold this many sneakers. I sold this many fucking t-shirts. I sold.
Yeah, what are you good at? What are you passionate about? And how can you add value to people by doing it?
Yeah.
Exactly. That little bear thing's cool.
Yeah, a little Burberry bear.
It's a Burberry bear.
Yeah.
A keychain.
Yeah. I just wear it.
That's cool.
Fingers was wearing like a Bape one.
Okay.
It's like a big bear. And then I just seen this and I was like, that's actually dope. I like bears, obviously. I'm wearing a bear shirt.
Yeah, with the weed. That's cool. I'm into that.
Travis Scott.
It's Travis Scott.
This is his tour merch.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Fucking beautiful. It's like a nice crew neck.
Well, he's into the fashion thing, so I would hope that he would care about his merch.
Yeah, definitely.
People, yeah.
Ye there, too. And Kylie. Like.
So that's, yeah.
The influence around you. So now put it in perspective, like, Travis doesn't even need to work. So anything he's doing from now on is passion.
I could only imagine the hustle before, though.
His wife's a billionaire. His girl's a billionaire.
Really?
Yeah. Kylie's over Jay-Z.
Is he? He's dating Kylie?
Yeah, they have a child together.
Really?
Yeah.
Travis Scott and Kylie Jenner?
Yeah. Stormy is her name.
I had no idea.
Crazy.
Damn.
Yeah.
Let's tax the fuck out of her. That's crazy. I had no idea that he was
lip kits, promotions.
I actually thought he was a homosexual.
Oh shit.
I don't know why. He just like
Travis and Frank would make a cute couple, I think. That would be dope. Imagine the albums they'd make together.
There'd be some hits.
Beyonce and Jay are doing it. Travis and Frank.
There it is. You'll probably see it in 5 years. This is a pre.
Fuck, don't be, even if they just do the albums together, you don't have to be gay. It's fine.
Yeah. I don't know, it would probably be a lot better with some weird sexual tension. I don't know, like, it's kind of weird.
Frank Ocean's coming out with new music. He put a teaser out with Andre 3000, Kendrick Lamar, and SZA.
I saw Frank Ocean in 2012 at Coachella.
You seen him?
At Coachella. Man, it was crazy. He sounded identical to the recordings. It was right when that was the album, right?
Yeah.
Orange came out.
Channel
Orange.
Orange.
That was like the same, within the 3 months or whatever. Might have been even right away. Thinking about you. It was so good. And I also saw A$AP Rocky and all of A$AP Mob in 2012 before everybody started dying.
Yeah.
And it was crazy. Like, I got videos on the laptop downstairs.
Coachella was up, eh? They knew.
Well, that was the Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg year. Coachella always knows what's up.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so crazy. Like, one year, this is a funny story. I took so all the rappers were rapping about these fucking Blue Dolphin ecstasy. So I get to California and, like, whatever, I got the homie. And I get this fucking Blue Dolphin ecstasy.
Probably bomb. I had it up here.
I've never done a pressed pill of ecstasy before. So I start, like, tripping out. Like, I'm not having a good time. Like, I'm a pretty anxious person. I'm, like, having, like... They call it rolling. I'm like literally rolling through panic attacks. And so my one homie is like, okay, just come this way. We'll go chill somewhere.
I always liked ecstasy. I was like a huge fan.
The 2 times I've done it ended up being amazing because I saw Yours Burn and like Nina Kravitz and a few other people. And then, but this time, so we were in like the DJ tent, like I can't remember what it's called. The Coachella had built this like intense like nightclub like habitat, but on the festival grounds. It's pitch black.
Yeah.
Techno music. But dude's like, yeah, we gotta get you out of here. So we're walking and there's this Heineken House pop-up. I love the idea of pop-ups. So this Heineken House is in the middle of nowhere. None of this stuff is on any of the Coachella lineup.
I love that shit too.
And we walk in, and
there's a Perrier one when I was at one. I was like, yeah. Okay.
And we walk in, and it's all air conditioned, and I'm like, oh my god, this is amazing. And it's like kind of trippy on the walls because it's all glowing, and there's like a certain amount of people can only come in. And I can't remember who finishes playing, but it was incredible. And then out of nowhere, it's so I see on the wall, it's like Thundercat and special guest. And so Thundercat comes out, he's doing his thing, he's playing a live set all on his bass, and then Jizza comes out, and it's just Thundercat and Jizza and like 80 people in this Heineken House pop-up, and it was incredible. Like Jizza literally did half the show in the crowd. It was so fucking cool. It was just one of those perfect moments.
Yeah.
But if
would that be your favorite artist?
My favorite artist, man, I don't know. As I look around the room, no, I love the Wu-Tang Clan. Like I got a Wu-Tang tattoo. I got that Method Man and Redman record was sealed and bought. That Blackout 2 album was bought in 1999 by somebody, and it stayed sealed. And the only person to ever touch it with him was Method Man. He opened it, and him and Redman signed it. So that was pretty cool. But no, my favorite artist is definitely Jay Dilla. Like that's the guy that inspired me the most, and like changed everything about my perception of music and what music could be, and like a producer, rapper, and
I was like Lil Wayne.
Yeah, I hate Lil Wayne.
I love Wayne. That's my guy.
Really, I just
came through that era, right? Like, here's a funny story. I'm in Calgary. I'm like 20. I got in some shit in Calgary, so I moved to my sister's house in Ontario, in Ottawa.
Okay.
So I was selling these Jay Lindbergh belts in Calgary.
Jay Lindbergh, yeah, I had one.
I'm selling these. I traded for the Obi Trice's second album.
Okay.
But here's a belt. I want this album because I was just leaving.
Okay.
This guy hits me. He's like, Lil Wayne Dedication 2 is a mixtape. He's like, listen to this. I was like, fuck, okay. So I'm out there. Of course, I go to Obi first. I'm listening. It's like, all right, there's a couple joints on it.
Obi Trice, real name, no gimmicks.
Exactly. His second album. Did people listen? I don't know. But I did. Then I get bored. I'm pumping this Lil Wayne. And like, as soon as it starts, you're now listening to the fucking... And it just like comes in so hard. Like, wake up, motherfucker. I was like, yo, what is this? So then you listen to it, and then his lyrics he's not a situational rapper. He's not telling stories. He's just like spitting hilarious or like clever bars of...
He freestyles most of it.
Yeah, he does it 4 bars at a time. So he like even goes back. I don't know, man, but he was coming out so fucking hard in this project. So then I moved back to Calgary, and then like he's on everything. He did 100 features in 1 year.
Yeah, content.
That was it. Yo, and it was unfucking... I pick up a new mixtape from 100% Legit. I roll in there. There was a new...
Yeah, shout out to Chain Reaction, dude.
I posted that picture recently of Chain Reaction. Did you see that?
No, but my fucking dude, I bought so many CDs from that motherfucker.
Chain Reaction. That's so funny. So I fucking would always grab mixtapes, pump them. So Wayne was just like running the world at that time. So the love just happened. Like Carter 3, the fucking No Ceilings, like Dedication. Not only was he running the streets, he was running commercial. He was everywhere.
I heard that he actually doesn't, Lil Wayne doesn't like consume any culture. He doesn't like read or really like go on the internet or listen to the radio. Yeah,
he likes sports a lot.
He likes sports, and past that, like he's not really into fucking...
He likes making music.
Looking at anybody else, but he doesn't listen to other people's music, which is kind of an interesting and cool idea. And I love Gary Vaynerchuk.
I'm sure he listens to Drake, though.
You think he listens to Drake?
Yeah, he has to. Who doesn't listen to Drake?
I didn't start fucking with Drake until that last album.
See, I'm like, because I'm like the most proud Canadian. Like, I have, I ride with the country, I ride with the city. But as soon as Drake was coming out of Canada, and obviously Lil Wayne was my guy. So as soon as he rated Drake, it was over.
It's like he's a dude.
So I'm like, right from the start, such a huge Jersey fan, defending him when everyone was calling him soft and... What
do you think about his ghostwriter? You got a show called Ghost Riders.
Yeah, it's loosely based, you know.
Oh, look at that.
Which is amazing.
No.
And I think it's well, he's more Rihanna than fucking Jay-Z, obviously, you know.
Okay.
Straight up, but he also writes. Man, there's some of my favorite tracks I could tell were written by Drake. But the thing, like, think about running through the 6 with my woes. Atlanta, you could be from the 6. It was written by an Atlanta artist.
Okay.
Woes is Atlanta thing to say.
Okay.
So obviously,
really, that woes is an Atlanta thing to say. It just seems like such old English.
6 with my woes. I bet you that song was already done, and Drake just heard it and it's like, come on, off that. That's mine.
It's easy. How many mixtapes are
That's
made?
one of my favorite projects by Drake.
Ludacris made $1 million motherfucking dollars selling albums out of his trunk before he ever got signed. And you know what he did? He started his own record label.
Yeah, he's like, man, Luda is a crazy success, and I love him. I got to see Ludacris at Cowboys. Here's a funny story. Wiz Khalifa comes to town. Of course, one of the homies, is DJ Bonix, comes into the store. And then I take him to Les. We're just chilling. I grab him some trees. These guys wanted trees. Of course, it's Wiz Khalifa. But
he had Wiz Khalifa his weed.
Huh?
You're Wiz Khalifa's weed guy is what you're saying in Calgary?
Nah, I wouldn't even say that. It was like I hooked up Bonix. Bonix brought him some, but he had like a huge bag already. Like, but this is funny. We go into the hotel room. I hadn't burned yet that day, because I got busy and I was helping this guy out. I'm like, yo, can I hit that? Wiz is like, you know, passes it. I grab it. Fucking burning. I give it back to him. We leave the room. He's like, bro, you don't ever take Wiz Khalifa's joint. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, why do you give it to me then? Fuck.
Yeah, what do you mean? He's just a person. He's just smoking some weed.
Yeah, but he wasn't about it. He doesn't share. And that's like, I heard about that, him and Currency. That's why him and Currency... They like chill. They have their own weed. They smoke separately. Da. So whatever. I end up at the show.
What do you think about that though?
I like it.
Okay.
I do. It's sanitary.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm at the show. They give me the backstage pass, so I'm just chilling in the green room, which is like these trailers in the back. So there's 2 next to each other. I come out. Ludacris is in the other one, right?
Cool.
Yeah, and I'm like more of a Luda fan. Let's be honest.
Yeah, Ludacris is way doper. DTP collaboration.
And that's just truth. I'm not like Wiz like that. I like fucking Green and Yellow. That was the Wheezy remix. The fucking
Cushion Orange Juice was the best thing Wiz Khalifa ever did. That mixtape was heat.
Yeah, I was into lyrics a little more, which sounds maybe weird as a Lil Wayne fan, but he says some shit. I lost my mind. Somewhere I can find it. I just love Wayne. But he so we're in the back, and then I come out, and then these girls come out his fucking trailer out of Ludacris's, and I know all these girls. So all these girls are like, Lex, da-da-da. All these dudes are mugging me so hard. So I'm trying to meet Luda, and nobody's about it, because I just like hugged all 4 of these girls. They're like, who the fuck is this guy? I try to be nice to the guy there. Everyone's being a dick to me. I was like, yeah, I'm going back in Wiz Khalifa shit. Fuck yeah.
Fuck you.
But I got to, like, it's funny. I was underground Cowboys meeting people before anything. Like, that was, like, so long ago.
That's super cool.
Yeah. It's weird how the city all comes together.
Yeah. and now you're picking people up and working with Blueprint Live Nation and curating the city for them.
Yeah, I like that I get to be one of the people that they meet when they come into the city. We just did 88 Glam. Think about this. 88 Glam, they get here late. Sound check's fucked. They're missing luggage. Nothing worked. All they did, they came from Vancouver. How the fuck?
How does that even happen?
Unbelievable, okay? They're talking shit about Calgary the entire time. It's cursed, fucking blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Every time I'm getting offended. Like, I always say, like, yo, shut the fuck up, man. Well, you don't know shit. Maybe you're cursed. The city was fine before you got here. So we do the show that night. The sound goes shitty. It was cool to see them so passionate about their sound. They were really mad that the sound didn't go well. Like, super pissed. But it turns out they grabbed the wrong mic. So who's it on? They're like, fuck the sound guy. This place sucks. We'll never come there again. Fucking tripping out. Then their fucking plane gets delayed. Now that I think about it, maybe it was their own mindsets that fucked up everything.
Yeah, what do you put out to the world comes back to you.
Then the plane gets canceled, not delayed. We go to drive them to the airport, canceled. So then...
I've never heard of that before.
This is the new thing. Now we have to drive them to Edmonton because they're not going to be able to get a flight in time. The next flight to left to Edmonton. And they're like, yeah, whatever. We want to drive anyway. So me and Fingers take these guys to Edmonton. We get there. The guy paid for our hotel. Shout out to Greg. Night shift. Amazing. Pays for our hotel. We just stayed there. We drove them the rest of the night. They paid us to drive. And then we had to drive home in the morning. We drove them to the airport and then drove home. But it's like, them talking shit. They're lucky it was me and Fingers. You know what I mean?
Because anybody else would have just like...
Bro, it was like... They just wouldn't have known what to do. We got them rentals. They didn't even have credit cards to book the shit. No one was old enough. Unbelievable.
Bro, because to come up...
I had to I paid for the rentals, then they had to reimburse me. You know what I mean?
That's hilarious.
They're so lucky it was us, and they should be like... But they had to go... I'm like, who the fuck books a tour in January? You're fucking... in Calgary. Calgary, Edmonton, Winnipeg. I was like, yo.
Yeah,
fuck?
You asking for some canceled flights? That's where you should go in January.
The freeze tour.
Yeah, look, we're just gonna go in the polar vortex. It's fucking minus 30.
You know they're not checking ahead and seeing if a venue makes you stand outside to get in.
Shit, right? That's an interesting idea.
They would never do that. They don't give a fuck.
Because why would the artist ever think about that, or the booking person ever think of that?
But it makes a difference. You could curate your shows. That's the thing. They could do it themselves with the way influencers work in cities.
Yeah.
You know? Cities could just there is influencers. They could ask certain people and say, yo, what should we book with? Mm-hmm. The inside scoop, that'd be funny. It's like the inside scoop. You just hit up these people. They tell you the real shit.
What's the good venue? Like, I feel like that's such an interesting concept. But the Palace doesn't have heaters.
Nah, they don't. It sucks.
Marquee has heaters.
Yeah, Marquee. Yeah, great venue for that.
You
walk up to the...
Actually blows my mind. It's so fucking cold here.
And yo, Tech Nine's playing there soon. They'll need those heaters.
Yeah, straight up. Tech Nine, Chris,
again, every
Chris
year.
Calico.
Always.
They're back. This must be a good market for them.
It's whack.
Calgary white guys love fast
repetition.
rapping.
I'd say repetition.
Well, I'm kind of pissed.
They're not trying to get on that new shit.
The game's never been able to get here. I was really excited to see him.
Yeah, for sure.
I had tickets to that for my 18th birthday. The first time he was supposed to come at the Whiskey, and he didn't get in.
Fuck.
Yeah, it's like that's my favorite rapper, and I've never seen him.
What do you think about him pumping up his album right now?
I haven't actually
talking
been
shit to
on social media. Tell me.
He's been talking shit to Joe Budden.
Oh yeah.
He put out a line about like throw fucking Kim Kardashian and like giving Kendall cereal or some shit.
Okay. Well, he's always been pretty like ruthless. Like, I don't know, some of my favorite albums, like the Red album had a lot of raw lines on it. LEX Files had some raw albums on it.
Yeah.
Like, he's always been pretty fucking raw, so I'm into it.
Definitely.
He's a big motherfucker. He backs his shit up every time.
Yeah, he is a big motherfucker.
Like, I don't know if you ever listen, like...
You want to hear a funniest thing? I wore a Fuck Game shirt to a Jay-Z to Watch the Throne.
Really?
I was 9th row. I was literally wearing a shirt that said Fuck Game, and I was trying to get Jay-Z to respond to the beef, so I made 2 of them, and I threw one on the stage, thinking, hopefully he just picks it up and it says Fuck Game, and I make national news because he responded to the beef.
Yeah.
Because he hadn't said shit. Ye picks it up and throws it off to the side of the stage, but then Jay, during the show, comes over to me, and he's like, yo, thanks a lot, man.
Okay, word, respect.
Fuck Game.
The Game slays at 300 bars and running is...
Oh, yeah.
That's a serious beat
I just
track.
talked about that because we're talking about the dismantlement of G-Unit, and it's like, yeah, Game did that.
Game's the man.
He took him down. He literally took him down.
Right? Like, it's so ridiculous, too, because that was all over 50 Cent recording him on a phone call crying. And it's like, yo, it's 2019. Like, fucking men cry.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah, it happens.
Even gangsters fucking cry. If they're telling you some real shit, like, that shit happens. And he's like, all right, you want to fucking record me crying? I am going to tear you limb from limb, you motherfucker.
That's wild.
Yeah, no.
50 loves to record phone calls.
Yeah, the Game.
We're about to, we're trying to work with 5th right now. I'm not, My homie's trying to work with Fifth right now, and it's gonna lead down the right path, hopefully.
Well, that's all. Their beef's resolved, but the game fucking just.
Michael Jackson's the one who stepped in.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I didn't know that. I love the story of the game when somebody tried to snatch his chain. I can't remember who it was, and then he just like beat the shit out of him on Instagram Live or Facebook Live or something.
Yeah, he's so funny.
Yo, that guy backs his shit up.
He literally doesn't give a fuck.
Anybody who wants to beef him, like, dude just works out all the time so he can be the biggest motherfucker on the block. He's terrifying.
That's true. I would never want him to know I wore a fuck it. I'd probably tell him if I met him. If he was chill, I'd be like, can I tell you a funny story?
Yeah, I would too. I'd be like, yo,
remember when you're just like, fuck Jay-Z, old ass. He was like he was getting everyone to say it at his concert.
Well, I got a funny story about that, to be honest, because in high school, like, I was a huge Game fan. Like, Game is like favorite rapper. So my mom gave me tickets she had won tickets at the bar the night before. And she's like, okay, here are these tickets, and they're fucking box seats to Jay-Z.
Oh, amazing!
And this is like right at the height of Welcome to New York, whatever. I don't even know.
It was what it was the Blueprint 3 tour.
Okay, yeah, you know the tour.
Yeah, I went, yeah.
Okay, so I got box seats at the MGD box, and I'm trying to call my homies up, and I'm like, yo, man, do you want to come to the Jay-Z concert? Like, I have tickets for tonight, like, everything's paid for. And they're like, fuck Jay-Z. And I'm like, God. And it took me
how hard they were riding for Game.
Bro, it took 4 phone calls to get somebody to go to box seats at Jay-Z with me.
And Jay's the best. Like, no one's better.
Yeah, that was a great concert.
In my mind, like, no one's better than Jay-Z.
We were smoking weed. I had a fake ID, so we were just drinking in the box and was smoking weed. The guys started letting us smoke weed down in the seats, and it was just like...
Who's the best? Like, there's lots of good greats, but Jay's just, like, the most... Man, it's a lesson listening to him. Oh. This guy goes off on, like... Man, there's bars that I don't figure out for, like, 3 years.
Jay-Z never replied to that beef?
Never. Nah, he said it on the start of Blueprint 3. He's like, I ain't talking about Jimmy. I ain't talking about Game.
Damn.
Right off the start.
Oh, I get that line now. Okay. Because he was ruthless Cockafella Records, the dick sucking lips. Yeah. Like, he was so... He went in.
The whole thing is, like, Game was trying to ride the wave because Jimmy... Think about Jay responded to Jim Jones.
Jimmy Iovine is who he's talking about right now, right?
No, Jim Jones.
Oh, Jim Jones, not Jimmy Iovine. Okay.
Yeah, I ain't talking about Jimmy, like Jim Jones. Because imagine Jay-Z responded to Jim Jones. He felt like he needed to respond to Jim Jones.
Okay.
And Jim Jones is Dipset. They're cool as fuck. I understand it. Like, he's just a cool dude. Like, I'd want to respond to. Like, fuck you, bro.
Cameron's a badass motherfucker, too.
So he put out the track Brooklyn. So... Jim Jones put out Ballin', and then Jay did a whole track called Brooklyn. It was so good. Killed him on it. And then Jim Jones came back with another one. And then fucking Jay came back with Dig a Hole. And then Game hopped on and like, yo, fuck Jay-Z. Hoping this guy's responding to him. And he never even gave him the...
Nothing. Give him the time of day.
Go fuck. Yeah. So I wore it for him. I felt like I wore it.
That's no one else. So was that at that concert?
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
So I watched you do that.
No, it was I Watched the Throne in Vancouver. Okay. My bad.
No, I'm fucking up.
That was a good concert though. I was in shitty seats. Sometimes you go with friends and they don't want to buy expensive tickets. It's like, I'm not trying to sit up here, man. I can't even see this guy.
I fucking hate it when I go on vacation with people and they don't want to buy nice Airbnbs or they don't want to spend the time looking for a good one. And you're like,
Yo, and they go to shitty restaurants or like they're trying to eat fucking McDonald's every day to save money. It's like, why are you on vacation to save money? That's not what it is.
Yeah, man.
It's like the splurge.
Yeah, like let's just eat, let's chill, let's do this.
This is what you work every day for is your vacation. Mm-hmm. So you splurge. You fucking, I don't give a fuck. Like, I'll borrow money to go have a better vacation. Like, what the fuck needs to be done? We need to do everything we can while we're in this part of the world.
Straight up.
So yeah, I hate that.
I'm with that so much. Yeah, okay.
But at the same time, like, don't go on vacation if you're struggling so much, or like,
yeah, it's not worth it to be in a nice place if you don't have any money.
Yeah. I like they have the more basic vacations, like the all you can eat shit, all you can drink.
Yeah, I'm doing an all inclusive for my wedding.
Definitely. And it's like,
There's
good. You don't have to figure shit out, you know?
Yeah, you can come, like, honestly.
See, that's the thing. When you have a wedding, like, yeah, you don't have to figure. Everything's there. It's set up for you. And I love that. On a beautiful spot.
Restaurants, you know?
Yo, and Jamaican food, like, I know all the restaurants will be different, Chinese and fucking, you know how it is.
But they got a jerk hut that's open 24 hours.
And the jerk huts with the dirty rice, man. Yo, I love Jamaica. That was one of the best places I've ever been.
It's, I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I
played this golf course on the last day it was open called the White Witch. Oh. Like, this is our last day. There's no one on the course. We played this thing and it's like 40 degrees. Like,
so were you in Montego Bay, Rose Hall? Because the White Witch is the Rose Hall.
Yeah.
Thing. Yeah.
I grabbed all the merch was on sale.
The White Witch merch.
Yeah, it was awesome. I got a bunch of it.
It's a pretty funny shirt now.
Yeah. And then we had caddies, and I kept missing my putt and being like, Bumba Clat. Bro, these girls are rolling. They're like, this crazy white boy. Get in the rascal hole. I was like, just being an asshole. They're like, yo, you better not say that on the street. They're going to arrest you.
Oh man, I was in Chicago like 3 a.m. after getting Chinese food, and I was pretty drunk. I didn't know where I was, and I started getting all stoked. I was like, pop, pop, bad glad, and the homies looked back at me like their necks snapped so quick, and other homies across the street were looking over, and then the homies were like,
don't
yo, do and then these homies like, pop, pop, bad man. I was like, yo,
oh no.
Because you know what? Everywhere I go, I just end up in the most gangster situations, not by choice, and it's absolutely perfect. Did you go out partying? So you were in Montego Bay then when you were there. Did you go out partying in the city when you were in Montego Bay?
Nah, we didn't do shit.
Stayed on the resort?
Yeah.
I'm going to go out. I got like homies. We got a crew.
Because I don't drink and shit. I'm not like...
You don't like to dance?
I do like to dance. I do.
See, that's why mocktails need to be a big trend, right? Because
definitely, I still think even like think of the bottled kombuchas and really nice Perriers and shit. Even
but this is easier because right, like somebody can go behind the bar, they can do the. We're talking about the mocktail I made. They can like pour you an ounce of the spirit, air quotes, and then you have this thing that kind of tastes almost like booze as long as you have the right bitter ingredients in it. And I've
always like wished that they had Perrier even at the bar.
Well, it's crazy that they don't.
Yeah, or even kombucha. I'm down. Like,
well, the kombucha push is going to be huge.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's delicious, but bad kombucha fucking sucks.
Yeah, tastes disgusting.
It's disgusting.
Full of sugar.
Yeah, the good stuff's delicious. The bad stuff, really.
The one I like is full of sugar. The Rise is like a mint one. Mint and chlorophyll or some shit.
Mint and chlorophyll. Delicious. I never drink kombucha. I got it given to me one time by this hippie dude. Well, he's not a hippie dude. He's a good dude. He's awesome. I hope to have him on the podcast. He hit me with my first kombucha. And it was fucking delicious. And they served me some carrots and some hummus. And I was like, bro, this is good awesome. People.
That's how we're supposed to be eating.
Yeah, this is good. Fermented beverages and... Well, that's why I just drink wine and drink beer.
I never even got into the wine thing. I never understood it.
I didn't understand it until I hated it. I thought
and my uncle loves. I have this uncle who's just
he's into it. Well,
super.
It was like I looked at it like I saw the documentary I saw them blind tasting, and I looked at wine. I took this wine class like 4 days later. And for the first time, I like smelled wine instead of smelling alcohol. Okay. And I thought about the other things that were in it, and it stopped smelling like booze, and it started being like really delicious. So now, like I hate drinking cheap beer. Yeah. Not all of it. I love AGD still, but like I love craft beer because it has so much flavor. I love fine wines because there's so much depth and flavor. There's so much more to appreciate. Like I talk about it all the time. It's like sexy drinking versus drunk drinking. Yeah. Like I never drink to get drunk. I I like the flavors.
Yeah, I understand for sure.
And Health Canada says you can have 15 drinks a week, and I definitely do not have 15 drinks a week.
That's what they say. That's hilarious.
15 drinks a week is the appropriate amount. You can have 3 a day, 5 days a week for a man, and 2 a day, 5 days a week for a woman. And that's like healthy drinking.
Canada.
Yeah.
I think they should have just left it as like, do it if you want it, but nah, you know?
Hawaii is trying to effectively ban cigarettes by raising the age every year of like minimum age to buy cigarettes from like, so this year they'll start at like 60, next year it'll be 70, 80, 90, and by 2023 you'll have to be 100 years old to buy cigarettes.
That's awesome.
I love it.
That's a fucking really progressive move.
Yeah, but then are cigars illegal too? Because then that makes woods illegal.
It's like, man, it's a tough thing.
Smoking's pretty whack, but then that makes me think like I should be stashing piles of woods because one day when they're illegal,
Selling for a lot more.
Well, they're illegal in Canada now, and that's why the flavors are cool to have.
Yeah, it's way more exclusive.
Right? I feel like the wines, there's a lot of stuff coming in that I worry is like might be fake because it confuses me how backwoods is still like in some markets they're like sending fresh stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed that. Like you had some wines in your pocket.
Yeah. I
went to Vancouver and the guy was like, how old are these? And he's like, I got them last week. I get an order of woods.
Yeah, they're legal in BC. You can still get flavors.
Flavored tobacco is not legal as far as I thought.
Yeah, they flavored them to
wine,
whiskey, rum, because that's
alcohol.
Legal over 18. Yeah.
No way. So those are totally legal woods.
Yeah, and Alberta doesn't have any of them.
Because the woods, honestly, though, disappeared in Vancouver for a long time.
Oh, fuck it. Every time I go there, I get them. Even there's a dispensary, and I'll just, like, walk around the corner.
But you got to hit the bodegas. You got to be downtown Vancouver.
Yeah,
you got to hit, like,
sure. That's usually where I'm at.
Well, that's what it's all about. Everybody's getting the tip on the plug right now.
I'm going to Van on Friday.
For SneakerCon.
Yeah, SneakerCon.
That'll be good, man. Where are you going to go? Are you going to go somewhere to get cannabis? Are you going to fly with it? Like... You're allowed to bring 30 grams with you now.
That's awesome.
Right? You can just get on the plane. I flew with, like, cannabis in a bag that was
Well, man, I always brought weed with me in my under thing. Always.
Yeah.
Never didn't.
Put in your carry-on. 30 grams.
Oh, that's amazing. But even before it was legal, I would just put it under the plane.
Yeah.
It's like all the time.
No, now they're like 100% carry-on. I had cannabis that was shared with me in an unmarked bag, like just a Ziploc.
Yeah.
All good.
Yeah, no problem.
They pushed it out of the way because it was in my medicine kit and they wanted to search something in my medicine kit and they opened it up and it's just stanky. Yeah.
I probably, get this the fuck out of here.
The lady was so funny. She was holding it off to the left. She was like, she had her hand like raised basically. She was like, oh,
they couldn't get the picture when it's too loud.
Right? You knew, like, yeah, that would have been a viral. Yeah. Like, it was stanky. She couldn't handle it.
That's awesome.
Oh, it was so good.
This whole traveling thing has been, it's cool that you can just walk in. But Ontario's fucking up. Like, I've been to Toronto and you can't buy it legally.
Because there's no stores yet.
Yeah.
Well, they just released the people that got the stores. The lottery happened.
Sweet.
But there's gonna be like what 4 stores for Toronto.
Oh my god.
Yeah, how is that gonna work? Like, there's so many people. What a disaster.
Do you like Toronto?
I was supposed to be there in March speaking, but it just kind of got like canceled.
I love that. It's become a spot where something's happening every night. So
my brother-in-law,
as a tourist, you can go there and something's happening.
Well, my brother-in-law lives there. Let me tell you a crazy story before we go. Because after this story, I got to let you get some final words. Because I don't know if people are going to listen this long. They probably will. It's a good one. Okay, so we fly into Toronto, and Sarah's brother, my fiance, lives in Kensington Market. And he's like he's a punk rocker. Mike's an awesome dude. He's like, I really, really, really like Mike. Plays instruments, has a record pressing plant. I wish I could plug his record thing right now, but I totally forget the name of it. And he's a graphic designer. So as we get there, we've been traveling all day, and like, you know, we start having a few drinks. And he's like, okay, we're playing a show later tonight, but if you want to come out earlier in the night, like, I'll take you around to the spots. I'm like, okay. So Kensington Market in the day, I learned the next day is like really nice and pretty like cool and touristy, but at night it like gets crazy. It was awesome. It was like crust punks with fucking mohawks,
Yeah, the huge ones.
As far as I could reach my hand. Like, honestly, I bet they were doing it as far as they could reach their hands. And people are drinking on the streets. And we start walking into all these different venues. And it's all these different metal and punk bands. And it's, like, so cool. It's, like, nothing I've ever experienced. And so much is going on. It's, like, almost like sensory overload. So then it starts getting time for, like, Mike to play his show. And we go and we're hanging out, drinking with these crust punks out front of the venue, which is like down an alley. The next day, the gate was totally closed to this and locked. Yeah. So at night, it was open.
I love clubs like that.
And it's just literally, it's totally like, this is totally an illegal club, I think. And there's a door down the alley, all this cool graffiti, and so you go down, and it's like you teleport to like 1985, and you're literally in a basement. And again, there's mohawks touching the ceiling, and there's a hole cut out of the wall where a dude's literally selling tall boys for $2, and like you can walk in and out with your tall boys, like you can go out on the street.
It's so
if you
rad.
want. And it's just a band stuffed at the back of this like long skinny room that maybe fits 50 people max. So everybody's rocking out, and Sarah's like such a nice, sweet, all-American girl, and she's never like experienced this. And I'm loving it because like this is totally my world. Yeah. And so they stop playing, and the next people come on, and it's like it's crazy. It's like these guys, they come on stage, and as soon as I see, and this is like this is not a stage, right? Like this is a basement. The stuff's smushed in the corner, and this dude's like in a leotard, like a fishnet leotard, and I was like, oh, this motherfucker's gonna be naked by the end of this. Like this is some weird, crazy performance art, fucking metal shit. And he comes out and he starts with like a and whips a dildo right in the middle of the floor, and Sarah's like, what the fuck is going on? And then it's just like a crazy mosh pit, and this dude's screaming, he's like videotaping himself, going crazy, and he totally like gets naked. And like of course, she left. She as soon as she got naked, she's like, "I'm done with this." And he was like, "Yeah, he was naked. It was so weird. He's like had all this goth makeup on." And I was like, "Fuck it, shirt off, moshing." And then Sarah's brother played like big old punk set. And then we drank in the park till like 3 a.m. And then the next day when I went, it was like the park was like filled with like little kids, and it was such like a tourist place, and I was like, what the fuck happened last night? Like, where was I?
That's rad.
Yeah, that was the craziest Toronto experience.
Toronto was dope.
I saw Damn Funk for free at what is that, Dundas Square. Yeah. And I went to a Blue Jays
I went
game.
up there to I was there for All-Star actually.
All-Star that's game. Cool.
Yeah. And I would go out for OVO Fest. I had crazy OVO moments. Toronto's great, man.
It's a cool city. We rented bikes, and it really smelled bad riding bikes around.
I bet. It smells like pee, right?
It smelled fucking terrible, like garbage.
Yeah, I love Calgary. We don't smell like pee. That should be like our city of Calgary. Hey, we don't smell like pee.
Have you ever been out to Toronto Island?
No, I haven't.
It's cool. It's beautiful.
Fuck, I should do that next time.
But you know what? Like the first time, this is straight up. First time we were down by the harbor. I can't remember the brewery. It was like a brew house and brewery down by the harbor. And I look into the water. First time I've ever seen Lake Ontario. And there's like literally a tampon and a condom floating in the water, and I'm like, oh,
let's go swimming.
So we went over to Toronto Island, and I'm like, for some reason I forget that this is the exact same water that I looked at. Like,
it's like beautiful.
No. I got in there, and it was like so gross, and I was like, oh, this is
that's unfortunate. Humans are termites.
Yeah, humans are terrible. Humans are terrible. That's my parting. That's seriously my parting thought. We're great.
My homie just got the morning show on the Edge with his sister in Toronto.
Oh, that's cool. That's huge.
One of my blow up boys, killing it.
What's his name? What's the Edge?
Alex Carr. It's the rock station out there.
Awesome.
That's
the
like
rock station.
That's like getting fucking Jerry Forbes' job out here.
Bro, like, do your best morning rock channel announcer voice.
I wonder what he'd be like. We back on. Nah, that's like hip hop.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we back on CJ Mix 92.3. Your morning traffic out there is looking a little tight on Deerfoot, but we're rolling through it. Let's roll through it with a little ZZ Top.
That's hilarious. That's so awesome. My dad was a radio DJ through the 60s and 70s.
Oh, wicked.
Hey, Michael Franklin, coming to you in the late night hour. We're just going to keep on rolling with those smooth.
I did Lexington Ave Radio
Did you?
for a while. We did like 28 episodes.
Was it a podcast? Or
it was an hour-long radio show.
Where was the radio broadcast?
We were just dropping it on SoundCloud. It was like a new SoundCloud mix every week. But that's what played in both stores.
Oh, crazy.
Yeah, it was dope.
Oh, all day. Your
All
same
day.
1 hour mix?
Yeah.
Thank God.
They were over an hour a lot of times. Like, it differed.
Thank
Some
God
days I
when
was
you got
filming
more
it.
shows. Because like that first episode for whoever was working the full-time day,
they
they
were
were like,
killing.
fuck you.
But the skits were really funny.
Yeah, you're doing funny skits.
For sure. We pulled every Patrick Swayze line out of rap and put them all in a row. And then that's all Brett. It was awesome.
Bro, favorite Patrick Swayze moment of mine was when he rips out fucking homie's throat at the end of Roadhouse.
For sure.
Incredible
Throat
moment.
rip.
First time I saw that, like, you know, they kind of like plant the seed that he can rip a dude's fucking throat out at the start of the movie.
Definitely.
And then
that's every dude's favorite movie. It feels like there was a moment in time, you know, it had titties. It had like when you're that age, I was like, yo.
Well,
Roadhouse.
I see some younger cats now, and they've never seen Roadhouse. They don't even want to fuck with the Patrick Swayze movie because they think he's like, what? I'm like,
Dirty
no,
Dancing.
Patrick Swayze's tough ass.
He is.
You know,
it's fucking Swayze. Why do you think everyone raps about him?
Yeah, Swayze's badass. He'll fuck you up.
For sure. Okay, cool, man. And on that,
yeah. What's your parting thought? Tell everybody where they can find you. Give it all to them.
The King of Calgary. SoundCloud, The King of Calgary. YouTube, The King of Calgary. I got a store in Chinook and one on 17th Ave.
Yeah, come say the cannabis psalm sent you and
come through. We'll give you a deal on everything at regular price.
Bro, you cut deals? There it is. You heard it here. If you're on the podcast, be like, yo, I listened all the way to the end and you said you're going to cut me in.